German champion in blue, and your Unidark gold
And we have now 3 minutes 22 left. Another 3 minutes, and it's at least the goals trying here to score or something like that, because they bring all the players in front. But no, immediately after the first, or let's say the second pass, they are losing the ball to Mulch, and they are immediately attacking the basket here again and again with their waves of attacking waves. And now we see here Jochen Schottmüller playing around the corner. And now Schottmüller with the number 4 now coming, passing the ball through to Markus Hecker with the number 1. But well defended here by the Golds. This was well done.
But the only chance it seems they have is tackling away the attack.
Definitely,
they cannot really stop it. They tackle it away to the surface. Then we will see probably the ball dropping down like we did before. And then we have here again, then we have a fast counter-attack. And mostly the goal defense is not good enough in place and not safe enough in place to stop the attack. So I think we're back again. I guess you can hear us. Please give us feedback in the live stream chat if the sound is better now or if we have to recalibrate again. You all see the second half here in the game. TSV Mulch in blue against Unidad Goals from Australia, and we have 2 minutes left in the second half. And it's a 13-0 lead.
And we have seen a super dominant match from the Mulch team here, the German champion, with a lot of goals in the first half. The halftime score was 10-0, with goals made by, let's say, Jens Dingel, Colin Leibler, Martin Schottmüller, Jochen Schottmüller. We've seen a score from Matthias Otten and at least I also think Markus Hecker. But now we see here in the second half, Mulch has substituted some players. They're playing a bit more, they put less effort here in the attacking. Nevertheless, they have also good opportunities. And right now here you see a strategy, attack pattern here with Markus Hecker trying to steal the basket on the below level. And this time it didn't work. So we see here now the goals here in ball possession now trying to get in the opponent side, but it's always like just one pass or two passes and they're losing the ball to Mulch.
Yes, in a one-on-one situation, you always see Mulch succeeding in stripping the ball off the hands of the Australian players, and then they immediately switch to go in a counter-attack and overrun the defense. Now we have no defense under the basket, and it's almost easy for them.
This was also a great move here. Perfect. You have seen, like it should be, it was probably Matthias Otten or Christian Förschel, I've not seen it clearly, who was stealing the defender position. It was Michael Wiesel here from the open side who was swimming through and just pushed the ball into the basket. 14-0 here after the goal from Michael Wiesel.
Half a minute left, so this game is over, and a very impressive performance here from Mulch. They seem really up to it, and they're getting into the rhythm of the Champions Cup. And the goals, I think they look still surprised from the game of Mulch. And I think they will not be happy with the outcome.
Definitely not. At least they lost yesterday, we mentioned it, 11-0 against the Orcas. I think they have expected to have here a lower result.
Yeah.
Let's say Orcas are the winner of the last Champions Cup, so yeah. Let's say they have a favorite role here. And game is over.
Second half here we have a 14-0 lead.
14-0 victory in favor for Mulch. We've seen many goals here from the Mulch players. Some empty net goals, for example, from Martin Schottmüller. We have seen Jens Dingel stealing the basket, putting it in. We have seen Jochen Schottmüller physically scoring. And we have also seen some team attacks. We could not.
So, since you can hear us, we can introduce ourselves. You saw us just, I have Thorsten with me, and I'm Wolf. We're both from Berlin. Thorsten moved to Berlin and is now playing in my club. And here we see already the backs of and we try also to have more commentators throughout the Champions Cup, as we did at the World Championships in Graz, and it gives different perspectives, it gives different emotions into the game, and I think altogether Me and Lorena, we commented a lot in the last years, so we want to give this knowledge and this
We want to coach some new
experience.
people,
Yeah.
and
We want to raise new commentators to have a broader membership of commentators. We share the same way to do it, so this is what we try to do here at the Champions Cup. And I think this is the second game we do together, Lorena, isn't it?
what?
It's the second game we commentate
I
together.
think so. It's second or third, yeah. And
Do you remember
yesterday,
6
yeah.
years ago when we did all the games?
Yeah, I mean, besides the last year and this year, we did in 2014, 15, 16, and 17, all 3 days. And now when we have the added of the academy, then we start on Thursday already, and it's really so hard on the voice and on the brain as well. So it's nice to have some change, but we try to comment more games together because it's a lot of fun for us to do.
So the game
So-
coming up.
Orcas, Vienna. Then let's read the teams. We have here is the this is the female.
I have Vienna, so I start with.
Yeah.
So number 4, Jan Kindermann. Number 3, Andreas Tanzmann. Number 20, Akos Artner. Number 7, Peter Maracek.
The game
Oh, and
starting.
the game starts. So let's go in the game. The Orcas play in blue, and Vienna from Austria plays in white. And we have 2 times 10 minutes in front of us. And as you might know, Vienna or Austria is playing here against the world champion and the ruling Champions Cup champion.
A ver, Colombia, ¿están conectados? Where's all the fan club of the Colombian team and Vienna as well, the Austrian? Okay, we have now Orcas in a counter-attack, attacking over the close side. We have 3 Vienna defending, and let's see how they prepare the tactic to be able to stop the counter-attack of this team, because they're very,
it would
very
be
fast.
interesting to hear what they were talking in their preparation talk before the game, how they want to stop the world champion. And the Orcas push heavily into the defense, but are tackled away in this moment. Very well done by Austria. But we see that in the first minutes it's possible to withstand, but the
pressure,
physical condition and pressure the Orcas are putting onto the other team is amazing.
Well, 1
another
against
first
1,
attack
and that's the
goal.
first goal. This is
Number
Samuel
11.
Gaviria.
Yeah, and you saw the attack. They are almost all the attacks they do. If they have a chance to execute it like this, they train it so much, so almost every attack succeeds and is a score.
Yeah. We have to say it's 5 o'clock in Colombia, I believe. ¿Qué hora es, chicos, ahí con toda la familia, la verde presente? What about the Austrian fans? Are you there? So we have again an attack from 2 sides from the Colombian team that's been stopped on the close side. It's difficult to see right now. And it's coming in the middle, and they will try to pass in the middle and to the other side. Move the ball around the basket. This is Daniel Arias.
The agility with which the Colombian players play around the basket is amazing, and the ball control is also very impressive. So they like I said yesterday, it's very playful the way they swim around the opponent and the way they play the ball. There's always a station they can pass to and keep the ball rolling. So there's constant movement in their game, and it's just like the ball is playing with them. They are not playing with the ball.
The ball is playing with them.
Yeah,
We
it's
need
just
to
like
get into
the ball is following their
Yeah.
lead, so it's
Ah,
just
okay.
like it's, look, he
I know.
even did a rebound on the pool bottom.
Yes. It's really very... Wow, look at that. They
Fast
pass
pass.
on the head
On the
of
close to
the
the
goalie. I mean, the first time I've seen such a close pass on the nose of the goalie, and it got to the other side. But Vienna is doing a great job defending. It's just 1-0, and almost we are the first 4 minutes of the game gone. So it's really good. You have to remember the Orcas were first on their group, Group A, and Vienna second.
So good job by Vienna. From this point on, they will definitely have started into this game with solid defense mindset to be able to stop these fast counterattacks and the close perimeter play of the Orcas. So disturb them very close to the basket. Here another attack. Oh, that was a throw, but it didn't went in. Was a very forceful throw, I think, again by Samuel. And the way the
Camilo
player
trying to
just
pass,
stripped the ball out of the hand of the Vienna players looked so effortless. We're still very close at the Austrian basket, and the pressure here is amazing. Compliments to
really
the
good.
defense of Austria.
Good defense now.
Difficult situation
What
called
happened?
from the referee. Free throw against Colombia.
I'm still working. I have some feedback from the audience to tell me how that your microphone is good, but mine was still like too vibrating, and so I'm regulating the volume of entrance. So I need some
And we
feedback.
start again. Free throw for Vienna. Lost the ball.
Federico, I think, trying to
Covered it.
recover.
It's the attacks from the
Javier.
Orcas are so fast and precise. But I have to say, Vienna is really good at disturbing them. It's not like stopping them, but disturbing their
Yes,
game.
I mean they're really very, very good on not, but also they already did a goal, so they are just moving around and see how they can start entering. They try a few times to go in with 3 defenders and they realize it's not working, so now I think they're going to start moving the ball maybe even faster if they can, so that they will even create more chaos in the defense and confusion. Let's see, like we have now 4.
They try to break
Defending.
open the defense by playing back and forth and creating gaps, which is, I have to admit, really difficult for them, because the Austrians are covering almost all the holes the Colombians are creating with their fast ball play and their swimming.
Bad pass. I mean, they got really on the hands of the defender of Vienna, of Vienna. And nevertheless, they recover the ball. They're going on the surface in the corner. Probably they're waiting now to see who is diving in and approach 2 or 3 together.
The question
Juan
is
José Laverde. Yep.
how long can Austria hold on and keep up this defending against this constant pressure, because they have to be the concentration they must put in the water against the attacks. It's like the defense is taking the first wave, next defense is coming, taking
Goal,
the
second goal, and ¿quién lo hizo? ¿Pudieron ver? Eso estaba muy lleno de gente ahí. El Fede, sí, Fede lo hizo, okay. Yeah, I know, but the thing with Orcas is they don't normally go for physical game. When they see they cannot go with the normal, they just speed up. This is what they do.
Yeah.
They speed up, and they move even more and faster. So they were taking the time, I think, to realize what the weakness could be of the tactic of Vienna, and that's what they're doing. That's why when the pace goes down, they're rethinking how they're going to approach.
That was what we was talking about yesterday, I think, with Lisa, when we were talking about, like, it's a swarm intelligence. They're adapting to the game of
It's
the
like
other
a swarm.
team. Yeah, swarm intelligence.
Yeah, okay.
So they're not only 1 or 2 players adapting, taking a break, and talking about that, but they do it while playing, adapting to the game. Whoa! That was an amazing goal. It was thrown into behind the goalkeeper. Yes.
Again, I mean they train that a lot. I mean this is
Wow,
they have scored
incredible.
a few decisive goals when like that. I mean that was Oviedo, ¿no? De nuevo Perico, ¿quién lo hizo? No, es que estaba mirando el chat. Rember, okay.
That was a throw.
I was looking at the chat.
Yeah,
Estaba
that
mirando
was
el
so
chat,
fast.
gente. Me
So
distraje.
3-0 now, and it's really, like you said, Lorena, and like we realized yesterday, the Orcas are adapting within minutes to the game of the other team and exploit the weaknesses. So it's a free throw against the Orcas. Here we go. Vienna tries to establish their own game around the Colombian basket, but they are heavily interrupted in the corner. in the corner. And Colombia is in ball possession again. The Orcas are pushing forward up to the service. Ball is passed down to create more space for the ball carrier, and we're in the corner now of the Vienna basket. And Colombia is pushing out of the basket, out of the corner of the basket, and into the defense. Pass behind the back to the open side. Player already waiting there. Ball is free here. Wow, the Austrian defense is really up to it. Very well seen and intercepted.
Really good job. Yep.
To the Austrians. They do an amazing job here, interfering, intercepting, call from the referee.
A ver, Colombia, ¿qué está pasando? Tenemos una llamada de referee, tenemos un tiro libre que se ha dado bien. Viene a estar realmente defendiendo muy bien. Se ve que han estudiado la táctica de Orcas. Sin embargo, Orcas realmente es fantástico cómo puede readaptarse. Han tomado unos minutos donde la velocidad del juego lo han disminuido para observar cómo pueden explotar la táctica. Y luego han hecho 2 goles seguidos ya luego del primero. Entonces realmente pero este es un partido muy interesante porque Viena realmente está logrando romper un poco la fluidez del contraataque de la fluidez de juego de Orcas. Estamos en el final del primer tiempo, 3-0 para el equipo de Orcas. Y son las 8 de la mañana en Colombia. So, für die Österreicher, vielleicht willst du, Wolf, was sagen? Du hast eine bessere Akzent als ich.
Hallo Österreich, könnt ihr uns im Live-Chat mal ein Feedback geben, wer wo gerade zuschaut? Vielleicht auch in Deutschland, kleines deutsches Feedback hier zu dem Spiel. Orcas von Kolumbien gegen Wien aus Österreich. Wir haben es gerade schon auf Englisch gesagt und Lorena auf Spanisch, dass die Verteidigungsarbeit hier von Österreich wirklich erstaunlich ist gegen den amtierenden Weltmeister und den amtierenden Champions Cup Meister. Die Kolumbianer zeigen aber immer wieder diese faszinierende Mannschaftseigenschaft, dass sie sich an das Spiel der gegnerischen Mannschaft als Team anpassen. Und sie nehmen dafür nicht mal eine Auszeit, um zu besprechen, was sie tun werden, sondern man hat das Gefühl, es ist wie eine Schwarmintelligenz, die sich anpasst an das Spiel des Gegners in den ersten Minuten und dann die Schwächen rigoros ausnutzt und in die Lücken, in die Schwächen reingeht und Tore schießt. Wir haben hier einige, 3 Tore bisher gesehen, wirklich faszinierend rausgearbeitet waren, in den Wechsel rein oder in den direkten Angriff. Aber trotzdem tolle Verteidigungsarbeit von Österreich hier, auch teilweise Vorstöße in den kolumbianischen Spielraum. Aber es ist wahnsinnig schwer gegen diese verspielte, aktive, sehr aggressiv ist das falsche Wort. Es ist eine Art von
dynamisch ist das,
ja. Ein bisschen wie verspielte Delfine, die unterwegs sind. Die spielen mit sehr viel Druck, aber nicht um zu verletzen, sondern sie spielen einfach, weil sie Spaß dran haben.
Geschwindigkeit und mit den Ballbewegungen. Es ist wirklich so schön.
Es ist Druck und eine Ballkontrolle drin, die extrem schwer zu stoppen ist.
Ja, also es ist eine ganz andere Spielweise als Molde, wo die auch agil und schnell sind, aber auch sehr viel Körperlichkeit mit reinbringen. Ich habe das Gefühl, Orcas können weniger körperlich denn spielen.
Also ich bin jetzt auf die zweite Hälfte gespannt, wie Österreich hier reingehen wird. Ich glaube nicht, dass sie viel ändern müssen oder können hier in dem Spiel. Sie machen es gut und ein 3-0 in der ersten Hälfte gegen Kolumbien ist kein schlechtes Ergebnis. So let's switch back to English. We just said some words to the Austrian and German spectators in the live stream. And we were just talking about the way, the very astonishing way Austria is defending here, very concentrated, they do a good job. And we start again, Colombia with very fast first contact on the ball, but the second player didn't succeed in receiving the pass, and we have Austria in ball possession going forward into the Colombian game area, and we are close to the Colombian basket now. But the defense, the agile defense from the Colombians managed to get the ball, and we are already on the way to the Colombian basket, and the passes in the open space are really well elaborated. You see them knowing their space. Look at this game around the Austrian basket, how they pass back and forth.
Samuel is
so
coming
they-
from
they
the
don't-
side. Oh, that ball just reboot on the ring. Continue. Sorry.
And they go in, put pressure into it, back and forth. If they don't succeed, they go out again, restart the attack. And there are always Colombian players around the basket, so they have a chance to keep on playing their fast game in the, let's say, 3 meters away from the basket. They do a lot of swimming, and closer to the basket we see the very precise, very forceful play with the ball back and forth to open up space and create a gap to score into it. And here we are back again, very close in the basket area on the open side. And Lorena,
They're
what do you
passing.
see?
I think it's fantastic.
go.
Great. Juanjo. No, ¿quién fue? ¿La verde o fue el Calenio? No pude ver. No pude ver el número de la camiseta. ¿Quién acaba de meter el gol de arriba? Parecía Juan José. Estaba, no. Fede. No, Juan. Yeah, I think it's fantastic how they, when they were attacking, how they pass in between the players in such a small room.
Yeah, it's like bullets. They are really like, the
fantastic.
ball for them is like shooting bullets.
Yeah, let's
very
see.
precise, very forceful into the hands of their
Yep.
teammates.
Very short but very precise passes. So they recover the ball from the Austrian there in the counter-attack in an
Ooh.
empty basket. Number 90, I think that's Rember.
And this was an
Goal
attack.
de Rember, sí.
You see it in the with throughout the game how they more and more managed to destroy the defense with their counter-attack, and this was a goal on the empty basket. The goalkeeper didn't make it in time to be in between.
Yeah, now it's 5-0. This is the time where normally when the maybe not such experienced team break down. I mean, this is the point where they managed to do 5 goals in 1.5 time, and now it's the moment of, let's see if Vienna can keep, or if they're going to maybe do another 4 goals. I mean, this is...
But nevertheless, it's only a 5-0.
A ver, vamos a ver Colombia, ¿qué estamos haciendo aquí? Los chicos están jugando muy bien y hay que ver si ahora Viena puede seguir defendiendo. Van 5-0 o acaba de recuperar Samuel el balón, se la pasa a Federico que intenta y se la pasa a Pacho. Pacho se la pasa... ¿Quién era ese? Que no lo reconozco. Samuel de nuevo con el balón, se la pasa y creo que ese es Celis. Viena, no viene del otro lado. Federico con el balón, Celis por este lado, ataca contra 3, sigue manteniendo el balón y se le acaba de sacar uno de los austríacos número 15, muy bien, Andreas Schneiderbauer, the captain.
That was a very nice interception by number 15 behind the back of the Colombian player, but it's
Pacho
like
tiene el balón y está haciendo un contraataque, vienen con 3 y lo acaban de sostener. Tiene Samuel a la derecha y quien viene de la izquierda con el balón para atacar. Se la acaban a pasar a Samuel, pero justo estaba saliendo. Celis que recupera el balón. Wolf continue, sorry. I'm in the heat of the moment.
it was the heat of the moment. So, we just saw there is Pacho is playing. Yesterday he was very ill. We had to call a doctor, but now he's playing. Pacho, Jorge. Well,
Yeah, he's good. Let's see, Rember is on this side of the basket trying to recover the ball and come from the other side. That's really so nice to see how they swim around like seals.
and another goal here from Colombia. And we
¿Quién lo
have a
hizo? No vi.
6-0
Estábamos
lead.
mirando el chat. Sorry. Did you see who was the number? No.
No.
Timeout. Timeout for
Austria.
the captain is asking for a minute of timeout. 6-0 It's, I think, at least 4 minutes left from the second half.
Yes, about 4 minutes left. Well, altogether, it's not an unexpected result. I would have even thought
No, it could have been, I thought it would have been
Orcas
higher.
would score higher. So compliments to the game here of Austria. Don't underestimate it. We saw them, their national team playing at Graz, also very experienced, very tight playing of the whole team. So you have to be good to play this way against the Orcas from Colombia.
Yes, I mean, they were really successful for many, many minutes to stop the counterattacks and make them think how to, you know, re-attack.
They can be, well, you lose the game and you're never satisfied with it, but they, in this combination, they really do a good game. And we're back again. Can we have the underwater picture, please?
Thank you. And Diaz, Camilo, coming with the ball, passing. And we have 4 of the Orcas now, 3 coming over the corner. Pacho has the ball. Ochoa. And pass it back and forward with Camilo. And I think Fede from the other side, comes from the side, passing again over the head, over the nose. It's really, this is very impressive pass.
And how they switch from swimming to passing when they are a little bit farther away. Here we see the swimming part when they are about 2 meters away. When they get closer, they switch to this very bullet-proof style playing with the ball.
Oh, they almost missed that pass. I mean, they're coming over the close side. The Austrians are trying to find a way how to stop it. Yeah.
The defense of Austria is amazing.
Turn around and turn around and turn around. It's like they were dancing salsa.
The exchanges are really like in a high frequency, so there's always a player in between the attack and the ball of the Colombians. Amazing defense work here, and also an amazing attack by the Orcas, who just go in and in and in. It's like dolphins going into a swarm to break it up. Great scene.
Pacho.
We see here from both teams. This is amazing underwater rugby.
Look how fast they're going back and forward, and the poor defenders of Wien, I mean, going back to one side or the other.
I'm amazed by Vienna, how they can keep up with it at that pace for such a long time.
They're all blocking. I mean, they're almost defending with 2 men. You see, I mean, they're doing a huge.
Their frequency is really high, so they are always
they have
2
like
people
a wall.
between. Yeah.
Someone there going in between the white players and trying to get and coming from the side. On the other side, passing
nice
to number 32,
the head of the goalkeeper.
And that's Ochoa.
Is what you play the defense dizzy, and at one point the unexpected pass comes, and it was over the head of the goalkeeper into the hands of the waiting player on the open side, and he executed the typical attack of the Orcas.
They play a circle, which is in a 3-dimension, not in 2-dimension, and it gets closer to the and then eventually it's on inside. It's just so fantastic to see. So let's see, pass here, counter attack. And almost got lost in the surface now. Trying to recover the ball, but Colombia is still in possession. La Verde coming from this side. I think Rember just got it and is trying to go with a close corner. And Federico.
1.5 minutes left here in the second half.
Daniel La Verde from the side, knowing what he knows best, and boom, goal de La Verde. He's so amazing, and this is tactic. He comes like a tank, and then the ball is his.
The thing is, the mixture in his game with the mass, the strength, and the precision he's playing, it's just like he's super young again. He's 21.
He's 20. He's U21.
Yeah. Okay.
He's 20 years old.
So, and he played for, what was it?
2 years.
2 years. So imagine him playing for another 4 years.
I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's go back in the game. Austria is trying to do really everything to stop, but Orcas keep swimming. Samuel got Federico from the other side, coming from the side. The goalkeeper is trying to stop. successfully. 30 seconds left. Samuel is still on this side. He's probably about to leave. He was there for a long time. And who is trying to pass the ball, trying to find someone. Small stop. Samuel back there. No, was not nice. I mean, all the three of them trying to recover the ball.
Orcas here almost interfered with their own game. Oh, now we have almost
Diego and
that was
Samuel again.
two chances here to score. One then
Great
back on the back, and the second
job
one almost thrown.
Yeah, and that's it. 8-0. That's a fantastic result considering they're playing with the champion, not just of the Champion Cup but also of the world, because all of this team play in the World Cup in Graz. So 8-0, and blue keep winning. White, just the white teams, so just
congratulations to the Austrian team for doing an amazing defense work, and you cannot say it otherwise. It was just defense throughout the two halves, the 2 times 10 minutes, but they done a very amazing job, and again impressive performance by the Orcas from Colombia in showing their dolphin playful style in playing and adapting to the game of the opponent. Impressive. So, who's coming up?
I don't know. I was looking for that. I'm missing that information. So we'll see.
Joshua, can you find out for us who's playing in the next game? Thank you.
The Orcas, the girls. Orcas win. The same, but with the women. No, this is still, sorry, this is still the male. So Orcas, the girls I can see. Felicitaciones a Orcas Colombia, acaban de ganar el partido 8-0 contra Viena. Y ahora siguen las niñas. Y no sé quién. Black Mermaids. Ok, contra Suecia.
So women's game coming up here, and we have Black Mermaids in white and the Orca female team in blue. I think the Black Mermaids are also don't have their full team strength, as far as I remember. Let us check the...
This is the women, exactly. There's the Orcas and the Black Mermaids.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players in the Black Mermaid team. This is Kaiser Lilia with number 2, Linda Carton with number 3, Antonia Helm with 4, Sinja Davidson with number 6, Saga Blomberg with number 13, Elin Strand with number 14, Victoria Isaksson 15, Eva Eriksson 33, Erika Lindström 83, and Mayra Price with 99.
En Orcas femenino tenemos 2, Manuela González 7, Daniela Marín 10, Lilo Díaz 12, Sofía Arango 15, Margarita García 17, Claudia Echeverri 19, Angélica Miranda 21, Silvia López 26, Manuela Torres 28, María Camila Henao 72, Mariana Castaño 88, Carolina Zuleta. I would say favorite here, the Orca team.
Definitely the Orcas. But we have to say they have really young players in the team, so it's another team that the one we saw in the last Champions Cup.
Yes, this is the year before, because last year we had the Castores, and we have few of the newer players. Orcas always try to bring people from the U21 to give them experience, and
also it's the problem from
who
all these the teams coming over. They have can not only choose who they want, but who is able to have the time and the money. But it's a good experience for every player to be able to play.
It's amazing that they could make it twice to Europe within 2 months. I mean, August, September, October. Yeah, within 2 months, 3 months tops.
The men had the luck to be paid now for the flight and the hotel by the federation, by the Colombian Federation.
Because they won the championship.
Yeah. And
but the women had to pay themselves. Yeah.
So yes, I guess it will be a tough game for the Black Mermaids. And I'm sure we have Anne-Sophie watching from home
Cheering up.
for her team.
Thank you, Bobby. Bobby said that he thinks just 9 are playing, not 10 from the Black Mermaid. So
Okay. And here we go. Game starts and we see the referee.
and we
So like we already said, the Orcas in blue and the Mermaids are going for the Colombian basket and put already a bit of a pressure onto the basket of the Colombians, which is for me in the beginning here quite a surprise. Like I said, I would have guessed it would be other ways around, so maybe we see
wow, we have an
here
attack from above. Yeah.
different game than we expected. That was a good chance to score from the open side, and the Mermaids are definitely here in ball possession, controlling the game, and the Orcas have a hard time withstanding the pressure they're getting on their defense just around the basket. But you see the different style, like the Mermaids are coming just from the corner. Not that much swimming we see from the Colombians
it's
normally.
a bit static. Yeah.
But if it's effective, there is nothing to criticize. It's just the way you have to play with the team. Now we see a counterattack from the Orcas, the middle of the pool, going forward. A little bit
Silvia.
hesitant because there are not enough players to put really a fast counterattack into the playing area of the Mermaids.
See, this is Silvia that got the pass and is coming over onto the side and pass it farther. They're trying to attack over the side, but it's very interesting to see just how coming one after the other one. They're missing some players. This is very... Normally this is not the game we know. I think they are tuning up a little bit. Now we have 2 on the water. They're trying to do the circle around. The women normally tend to swim more around than the male. The male team pass the ball a bit faster. There's 2 different techniques, and Black Mermaids are really concentrating, being in position and disrupting, and also building kind of a wall between the defender and the forward and the forechecking.
The Orcas are really high in the defense
Yes.
of the Mermaids. They don't attack from the bottom of the pool, but they stay quite high in the level of the goalkeeper. And this pass was intercepted here in front of the Orca basket, of the Mermaid basket, and we see the Mermaids now trying to push into the playing area of the Orcas, but are stopped and tackled up to the surface. We have a cluster on the surface now. Colombian player in ball possession, heavily attacked by a Mermaid player. Pass goes forward. Didn't really succeed in the hands of the Orca player, who is in front of the Mermaid basket, but the forechecking was quite good here and stopped. Oh, this is a good chance for the Orcas now to succeed. There was no defense on the basket, but it took the player a little bit too long.
Yep, she was too high as well to really have a...
She was trying to get her arm around the body of the goalkeeper, but the defense got in place and stopped her. So we're back again in front of the Mermaid basket. The players are swimming back and forth, trying to find an open gap in the defense. But the Orcas are they are really attacking from high above of the goalkeeper and trying to get in there. But that's a dangerous zone with the forechecking defense in place and snatching away, tackling away the players. But here again, another chance for the Orcas coming in. Ball is,
there we
good
have
to the
one
hands.
that
there
stole
was
the... that was safe. That was really great work.
But the Mermaid player snatched it away in the last second. Sorry, Lorena.
No, it's okay, it's okay. I'm just checking what are the next also games to come in the classification. I have Lilo Diaz now coming one-on-one, trying to pull up the goalie. All right, she was stopped a little bit. And now they're in the corner and the surface. This kind of game, it would take, a lot of the pace and the energy of the game, to be pull up and then fight. And
it takes the Orcas quite a while to execute their attacks.
Yep.
It's this pinch of a second you need to succeed, and it's a little bit. Oh, this is a good chance. There is an open basket. It took them too long again. to turn around, it's a little bit like a time lag they have.
Goal.
Here's the goal.
Gol de Orcas, chicos, acaban de meter un gol. Sí, ahora sí fue, pero no pude ver quién. ¿Alguien puede
Well
ver,
played.
reconocer a las niñas que a
Well
veces
earned.
son más igualitas de cuerpo para verlas a veces? A los chicos los tengo más identificados. Couldn't see the number, did you? Because it
No,
was a little
I
bit on
think
the
it
other
was
side. And,
Angelica Brave with the hearts on the pitch.
but look, it has taken half of the game.
Yeah.
And I really thought that maybe it would have been a little bit more difficult for Sweden to defend, but they're doing a great job, and now they're already attacking. We're on the half of the Orcas. Something? What happened? Attack on the equipment apparently.
referee.
Free throw against Orcas. O sea, un tiro libre contra las muchachas de Orcas porque pues, aparentemente atacaron a la cabeza o al equipo. Y a ver si pueden realmente organizarse y jugar un poquito más el dinámica de juego que tienen. Ahora están haciendo un contraataque. Let's see who is coming, but again, una solita en la esquina. Están haciendo eso demasiadas veces, que a veces están solas y les cuesta bajar en grupo. Están mucho en la superficie, no sé si están nerviosas. Pero Suecia está defendiendo muy bien, entonces necesitan crear más olas de ataque y más presión porque si no les va a costar. Y 1-0, la verdad que tendrían que trabajar en tratar de meter otro gol más.
So still the Orcas have to be careful in this game here. The Mermaids are very well up to score, and it's just a 1-0 lead, and still 3.5 minutes left in the first half here of the Orcas from Colombia in blue against Black Mermaids in white from Sweden. And the Orcas are attacking the Swedish basket, trying to come from above. It's again quite high there attacking, which surprises me a little bit. They don't stay that low. Here the player was giving a sign to the referee. She couldn't get rid of the ball, and the ball was pressed against her throat. So it's a free throw against Sweden for strangling. And here comes the Colombian team again, coming from the close side, from the corner, trying to push into the defense of the Mermaids. Here from the open side, that's a good chance. But again, a little bit of not a hesitating, but it's like, how do you do this movement to score, and it took a little bit too long again. Although there was a good opportunity with no defender and an on the open side. Back on the surface, tackling on the surface, and again another wave comes in, but just one player. I think it could be 4 now going in.
I'm with you in a minute. I'm just checking the groups.
Back and forth, and then another good chance, and again it took a little bit too long.
Yes, and it went up too fast without being able to grab the goalie.
And it was a nice situation. She was all alone on the side with no defender, and she was attacking over the head, but
I missed a hand in the neck, or trying to be able to pull. They were coming with the ball towards the head, and the head was well protected.
In the game area of the Orcas, and the Mermaids are pushing into the defense of the Orcas. The Orcas strip the ball out of the hands of the Mermaid players and try to get away from the basket. Wow, that was a nice interception and a ball snatch from the Mermaids, and back again on the Orca basket from the close side on the surface, back and forth. And the Mermaids now really step up their game and give the Orcas around the Colombian basket a hard time to defend. This is an decisive push from the close side into the basket. Oh, here it is. Here's the goal.
Wow, goal from
And I have to
Sweden.
admit, it was
Great,
really
well
earned. It was hard worked for, and like I said, this game is not over. And the way the Mermaids here worked for this goal was definitely earned.
Chicos, ya los veo a Federico arrancándose los pelos, o sea, las chicas de Suecia son buenas, pero la verdad es que el equipo de Orcas como que no está jugando normalmente la dinámica y la calidad de juego que pueden tener. It's like, I know that Sweden plays well, but I also see that Orcas is not playing really the tactic that they normally can do. I don't know either because they're not concentrated or because Sweden is doing a lot of pressure and they cannot manage. So I'm surprised. I really thought that it would have been maybe already 2-0 or something like that. So great job. I mean, we have one of the orcas positioned right underneath to do the marla, which is funny enough. The Swedish developed that technique and brought it up to Colombia 20 years ago, and now they are using it against each other. A bit of a historical fact.
So the first half is almost over, some seconds left, ball drops down, that's it. 3 minutes break in this game of the Orcas from Colombia in blue against the Black Mermaids from Sweden in white. And you're watching the live transmission from the 31st Champions Cup here in Berlin. My name is Wolf and I'm with Lorena. We're both with the Sportwoche Berlin, which is our home team here in Berlin. And we do the comments now for since 2014 for the Champions Cup. And it's always a pleasure and an honor to share the atmosphere around the pool at the Champions Cup. And I talked to a lot of players in the yesterday. This is the second day of the competition, and everybody loves this feeling of a high volume competition, but the feeling of kind of family, of networking, sitting together, drinking tea. It's like you're having a coffee with your opponent you're gonna play in the next game. But it almost feels like getting together to have a big party, which we'll actually have tomorrow in the evening. And it's a family event, but nevertheless it's competition on a very high level. And this game is open now again. Could be both teams are able to win this game, and the Orcas are, like Lorena already said, look like a little bit tired or not really into the game. And the Mermaids, with their 9 players, they have really stepped it up and go into the defense. And
I mean, they have a lot of new players in Orcas. I think maybe 4 or 5, and probably there's also a lot of nervosity to be here. That could be also one factor, right?
absolutely, definitely. And
The
well,
jet lag as well. I mean, it's a lot of things, and also Sweden. I mean, it's being really concentrated and working. They've surely studied the tactic and saw how they could really disrupt the game and counterattack. I mean, there are also very experienced players in the team. So let's see
it's
what
an interesting-
what is your prediction for the next halftime. I'm filling in the schedule for the next game.
that's pretty difficult to say. Both teams, I think, I'm a little bit in favor of the Orcas with the chances to win, but if the Mermaids can keep up their speed and their focus they showed in the last 4 minutes in the first half, I think they are able to win this game, and the Orcas really have to be careful. They should score within the first 1 to 2 minutes and then stop everything the Mermaids try to do. But I think it would be the same tactic for the Mermaids. So I think the first goal in the first 3 minutes will decide this game. Here we go.
I think it will take longer to do a score. Oh, great pass up. The Orcas got to the ball, and now they're getting towards the close corner. They're coming over the open. They're trying to pass in the middle. It takes a little bit too long, and they bring the game too fast, too up in the surface. Okay, next one coming on the right-hand side. Passing into the middle. This is a T coming from the right, no, from the left now, and trying to pass. There's one player position on the right, but there was a good defender from Sweden trying to stop the pass. I mean, they're being 2 meters away from the goal. I mean, they're very successful, the Swedish girls, to keep them really at the distance. They're not dangerous at all.
And I guess what's your impression, Lorena? But I see it faster.
Faster game, definitely, definitely. They're moving the ball more.
The ball playing is faster around the Mermaid basket, and the swimming is faster. They are preciser and more. The team effort is more visible now. But this was intercepted. This attack was intercepted by a Mermaid player, tackled up to the surface, and dangerous situation for the Orcas if they cannot stop the counterattack, and they did. Ball is back again in Orca
Oh
possession.
no,
This is a
that's the
good chance.
position, but the goalie really did a good job of just turning around. And the problem what I'm seeing is when they attack, they go up too fast. If they're missing the first, they're already above the goalie, so they cannot intend maybe a second time. So they're coming out on the close corner, pass it in the middle, and the forechecking of Sweden is really good.
Yeah.
They have the feeling have 7 or 8 players underwater.
The question is if they can hold it up. We are in the first minutes here in the second half. The question is if they can keep it up. When the Orcas are able to control the ball, as long as they do around the mermaid basket, they will get a chance. Oh, this is one again, another attack from above. Nicely done. The ball popped out into the hand of the player waiting on the open side. Was trying to go in and again and again. This is very nicely played by the Orcas around under the defense.
Yeah.
But also the focus of the mermaids is amazing. They know where the ball is on every second.
I see also they have more underwater time than they had in the first half. Now we have 2 against 1, and that's a goal. Goal, and I couldn't see who had, because both have the ball. Exactly, they do that attack a lot. Which is fantastic because they both have the hands on the ball and they push. It's 2 against 1. And ¿quién metió el gol? Porque estaban las dos con las manos y no pude ver. Quería intentar. La verdad que están jugando mejor, están jugando más rápido, están teniendo más tiempo bajo el agua, pero las chicas de Suecia están verdaderamente defendiendo de una manera increíble, entonces van a tener que estar muy muy atentas ahora. Y si siguen empatados, por supuesto vamos a penalties. I mean, remember, we have a tie, then we go to penalties, and now we have the Swedish girls right under the basket. They are also going over the corner, and great recovery by the Colombian player is trying to swim a counter-attack. There are already 2 coming. Lilo just could stall the basket. This is something she does, her brother also does, and now it's a goal. Great. I mean, there was desperation by the Swedish trying to recover that basket, and amazing score, really good attack, and now it's a time out that the Swedish team is trying to ask. 3-1, and now they have 6 minutes to do 2 goals.
I would guess, like I said before the second half started, this was the decision of the game, especially with a lead of 2 goals. I think it should be able for the Orcas to stop everything, the mermaids, because now they only have to stop it. They
Yeah, but that's easier said than done.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. But nevertheless, it's always more comfortable to start through the 2-goal lead.
Now that's the game what I was missing before.
Yeah.
It's very awake and really snappy and quickly decisions. Snappy.
I like that word, snappy.
Snappy.
It sounds like a dog name. Hey Snappy, come over.
I think, the pep talk from Federico in the halftime was important because they look almost like they were sleeping in the first half. They were really, really slow.
I also have to say, Federico is not only playing himself, but he's coaching the team
The
too.
team, yes.
That's a lot of pressure.
He just finished the one match and then jumped into the water to coach the women. So now
back in the game, and 5.5 minutes left in the second half here with the Orcas in blue from Colombia against the Black Mermaids in white from Sweden, and we have a 3-1 lead for the Orcas. I'm pretty sure call from the referee, ball was outside of the playing area, and it's a free throw against the Mermaids.
Okay.
Now the time is playing in favor, is ticking in favor of the Orcas, and a free throw is a good chance to start moving the ball, being in ball possession, and let the time work for you. Less than 5 minutes left. Well, that was a long pass out in the open. And here we go again. The Orcas starting their swimming around the mermaid defense. That was Angelica forth we go into the defense now. There's always another player waiting for the ball to be received. It's very well done, so they keep the offense, defense, and the defenders running behind them, behind their fast ball playing. Another call from the referee.
Fault. I think it's going to be a
up.
free throw. There was like a equipment
We cannot
attack
see
or
what decision is. Free throw against the Mermaids. Yes.
okay. Let's see. 4 minutes to go. Free throw for Orcas. And let's see. I mean, if I would be Orcas, I would play safe. I would continue attack, but I wouldn't go into any unnecessary risk. So Silvia just passed the ball up, and now we need to have more people on the water. Coming over the close corner, moving in on one side, now diving to the other, passing toward the middle, going onto the other side. I love this dynamic. It's like a dance around.
Yeah. And it's so difficult for the defense to
It's
follow
horrible,
these
yeah.
fast passes.
You don't want to
and
be the
swimming.
defender.
You never know where, because it takes you always, you're lagging behind in the positioning.
You're always reacting, and it's just a lot of stress.
But the defense here of the Black Mermaids is wide awake, and I haven't seen any mistakes in the defense really. They always know where the ball is and get right in place to intercept it. Compliments to the defense work of the 9 players we see here in the water.
Yeah, really, really good game. They are now fighting for the ball in the surface, and we have always a Swedish girl underneath to, waiting for the ball to fall, what just happened, and we have a counter attack. 2 of the Swedish team are coming toward the goal of the Colombian team, but they've been diverted by the forechecking to the right, and something happened. There was an attack on the head to the mask, apparently. That's a pity, because that could have been a possibility for Sweden. There was a nice attack, but because of the fault now, it's going to be a free throw for Orcas. And now they are again on the half of the Swedish team. They pass the ball. They're trying to go and attack on one side. They've been tackled away by 2 players, and Lilo just got the ball. It's the captain. She's coming toward, passing the ball to the side. Perfect. Going up. These double passes, this fast game up and down, right and left. This is really, really nice to see. Really difficult for the defenders. Really difficult for the forechecking. You swim yourself dead. You need to be careful. You need to wait for the right moment to intercept the passes. You need to be very skilled to be able to intercept those passes. We have 1.5 minutes. We have one of the Colombians next to the goalie, but a great recovery by one of the Swedish players. Is fighting now against 2 Colombians, still in possession of the ball. The Colombians recovered the ball and now are attacking. And they're coming from the side. They're right underneath the goalie, but they were very well defended.
And the time is ticking in favor again. 1 minute left here. Black Mermaids are in ball possession, going forward, trying to break out of their own playing area, but stopped by the forechecking of the Orcas. Less than a minute left. Oh, here we go again. 2 against 1, 2 Orca players against the Mermaid goalkeeper.
And now we have this really number 10, Lilo, again trying to score, pushing up. She's too high and she just lost the ball. Something happened. There was a fall, and it's going to be a free throw for the Black Maid. They have really 20 seconds. If one of them would just maybe fast and try to steal the basket. But it's taking too long.
We saw a game with 2 almost equal players, but the Orcas had a little bit more of the edge to win this game. So
end of the game, and 3-1 for this game. So 3-1 for Orcas. 3-1 ha ganado las chicas de Orcas. La verdad que ha sido un juego bastante Difícil al principio porque el equipo de Orcas realmente no estaba pudiendo jugar de la forma que conocemos, de la dinámica moviendo el balón, nadando más, y las chicas de Suecia la verdad que estaban haciendo una buena defensa. Finalmente en el segundo tiempo vimos que el juego mejoró y bueno, finalmente 3-1. Pero bueno, la verdad que nos tuvieron ahí con los nervios, ¿verdad? Congratulations to both teams. That was a really great match. I mean, Black Mermaids have done an amazing job defending and disrupting the tactic of the Colombian team. It's really, really good. Really fun to watch. Yeah, with 9 players. I mean, really nothing easy to do. Let me know. I mean, we're still talking about our sound. What is best, what is not. I'm trying to speak even a bit lower if possible because I think it's better for the microphone. But we are now waiting for the next game that is going to start in 1.5 minutes.
Which will be?
Is Langen Wien for the female teams, because Langen made the first position in their group, which is the F group, and Vienna did second place in their group, in the E group. So it comes Langen against Vienna and then Akaren against Amager after that. So Langen versus Vienna first, Germany versus Austria. So, du konntest auch ein bisschen Deutsch reden.
Wir können jetzt, genau, wir können unsere deutschen und österreichischen Zuschauer mal ein bisschen auf Deutsch hier besprechen. Gebt uns mal Feedback, von wo ihr uns zuschaut. Was ist eure Heimatstadt? Was ist euer Heimatteam? Wen kennt ihr hier in diesem Game? Und gebt uns auch ein bisschen Feedback über die Qualität des Sounds. Wir sind immer noch ein bisschen am Nachjustieren. So, dann Schiedsrichterentscheidung, er trennt die beiden Teams. It was called from the referee, he's separating the teams in the pool and sends them both to their sides. Both referees are going up. And the team captains are called to the deck referee.
Okay. Oh, I think it could look like a false start. I mean, why are they back to the 10?
Wir wissen nicht ganz genau, was gerade passiert ist. Die beiden Team Captains sind zum Chefreferee, zum Chefschiedsrichter gerufen worden, besprechen jetzt gerade das Spiel. Vielleicht zu früh gestartet worden. Spiel auf jeden Fall unterbrochen.
Okay, so it looks now the time is going on again.
Sorry, the referees are still discussing with the team captains, and we don't know.
What it looked like it was like a false start or something like that. They really miss having the connection with the referee. That's really a pity.
Yeah, we don't have sound from the pool area, and we don't have the referee microphones.
Let's see,
It's a
AC
free throw
Kati
against
coming.
Langen.
This is the captain. Okay. Free throw. Okay. So, let's see. Here we go. We see Steffi, which is at the bottom of the pool, trying to jump up and intercept that free throw, but it came through, and now Vienna is right under the basket with 3 players. Let's see if Germany can recover the ball. Yeah, perfect. That's Maren.
Da war Österreich gerade sehr gut platziert unter dem deutschen Korb, aber die Deutschen konnten die Situation gut lösen und sind mit dem Ballbesitz raus, schon in der Hälfte der Österreicher. So Langen is in ball possession. We see the first attack from Langen on the Austrian basket, on the basket of Vienna. And Langen is coming from the close side, but is heavily intercepted by the forechecking defense of Vienna, and still trying to establish their probing of the defense of Vienna. Good job by Vienna so far against the German champion.
Heike is fighting against two Austrians and could keep the ball and pass it farther. I think that's Ria trying to find someone to pass it, and that should be Maike. And Heike again, and let's see if they can, now they're coming with 2-3. Kati is right underneath waiting for the ball, but she had to move away. She's the captain of the team. She got the ball now. There's two of them, and they're coming one right or left. Let's see if we're missing a little bit of some more rhythm. I think they're still trying to find themselves into the water, but they're in control of the ball. They are not risking it, and that's just, waiting for everybody to be in position to attack. And we have Heike trying to attack. She's very experienced player. She fought against two, keep the ball and pass it far. I think Kati got it, and she gave it farther to Maike, and now Steffi just got the ball and is waiting to see. She's moving around.
Solid defense here by Vienna against the constant attack by Langen, and but Vienna has to break out of this pressure they are under, because otherwise there's gonna be a mistake and there's gonna happen a score. We saw that a lot in the last day in the games. It's this waiting for this moment where the mistake is, and you have an experienced team like Langen in front of you. They will exploit every mistake you make. And here we go. There's a position of one player. I think it was Kati on the open side. She tried to succeed. And here we have to break free of Vienna. This is their chance to go for Langen.
Great recovery from that ball at Steffi. Heike got it and passed it farther.
Nicely done.
And I can see number 4 that Anna got it, but it's fighting against two. Martin is waiting behind and couldn't recover the ball, and now is one of the Austrian and 4 of the Germans. Let's see if they can start an attack or not. Germany recovered the ball and is trying now to start the counter-attack. Well, what a pity. Simone just got the ball and is trying to pass it farther. And that's Martin being tackled away. Heike just recovered the ball and she's going together with
very effective forechecking
and pass it farther. Yep, they're doing a nice ball moving around, but they're still not being able to really create waves of pressure. But I like how they keep moving.
Yeah, these teams right now, Langen is in better ball possession and puts a lot more pressure on the Austrian basket. But it's not like the Austrian team is intimidated here yet by the German champion, and they are doing a good job stopping Langen from doing whatever they want, and they are very precise in their defending, and from time to time breaking free into the half of Langen. Now we go back again. Forechecking from Vienna also. They are not able to strip the Langen players off the ball. But here, oh, well, another chance from the open side. Same as we've seen before. The defense from Vienna wide awake and realize the situation, stopping, interfering, intercepting. Very well done. Good game by Austria.
Yeah, they're really making it difficult for Germany to score a goal. They're defending very, very good. And here actually Germany is the most experienced team. They have played, Langen have played in the Champions Cup a few times. They have won, and Vienna is still quite, I mean, the Austrians is 4 or 5 years old team, so we have players here that have been playing rugby at least 20 years in the Germany side. So very, very well done job by Vienna. Let's see, they're fighting in the surface. I can't see where the ball is. And who got the ball? This is Anna. And pass it.
And it's still 0-0 after 6 minutes in the first half. And it's not like Langen is not trying, but The Vienna team
It's
is...
really concentrating and
Yes,
defending
yes.
and score.
Here we are talking
That
about...
goal that was really an attack on the
was-
close side.
And it was in the exchange of the goalkeeper. He tried to exchange, pressed the goalkeeper down, but nevertheless scored. But compliment to Austria here, withstanding this constant pressure on their defense and being able to break free and intercept.
I'm trying to see who scored. I couldn't see. I saw Kati with the ball going on the other side, but then was someone else on the other side and I couldn't see. So great job. I mean, it took 7 minutes to score. But still everything is open because Austria is playing an amazing game.
So, wir haben
Martin is
das
trying to
erste
stop
Tor von,
that.
sorry,
Yeah, no,
wir haben
it's
das erste Tor von Langen gesehen, schön rausgearbeitet und das war tatsächlich eine Frage der Zeit, bis dieser konstante Druck auf die österreichische Verteidigung zu einem Tor führen wird. Aber großes Kompliment an die Österreicherinnen, die hier wirklich sehr wach, sehr präzise, sehr im Spiel sind und die Bälle der Langener immer wieder gestört haben, den Spielablauf gestört haben. Aber jetzt sehen wir es ein bisschen, wird es gerade ein bisschen konfus hier um die österreichische Verteidigung. Es ist mehr Gerangel und diese Unordnung spielt natürlich in die Hände von Langen rein, wobei jetzt Österreich freibricht und versucht in die Hälfte von Langen zu kommen. Sehr schöne Zusammenarbeit der Österreicherin bis zur Mitte. Aber jetzt haben sie es geschafft, sich freizubrechen, frei zu schwimmen aus der Vorchecking-Verteidigung der Langener und wir sind vor dem deutschen Tor. This was a very nice move here by the Austrian team. Very hard, good teamwork to go into the half of Langen and to start attacking the German basket.
Yes, I'm just sorry. I was listening.
You were listening to
Yes,
me.
I was listening.
That's something new for a change.
I know. Okay, something happened. There was a lot of fighting
Holding
on the side,
without ball.
without the ball apparently. So it's a free throw against Austria.
A little bit more than 1.5 minutes left here in the game 33 of the Champions Cup 2019.
But it's been really a tough game.
Yeah. Very well played by
We have Kati
Austria.
positioned right underneath the basket, waiting, but I think it took too long. And they're still in the middle. Ria got the ball and is trying to go farther. We have Anna now. And Heike is coming on the right and Kati on the left. And they are still 3 meters away, so not really big danger, but they need to keep passing the ball like they did before. Ria again with the ball. Steffi is in possession but has one girl from Austria tackling her away, and now we're on the right hand side and in the middle.
Still amazing forechecking
distance,
defense
yeah,
by
they
the Austrians. The ball carrier of Langen, no matter how fast they exchange the ball, there's always a ball keeper under pressure, under attack by the forechecking game players of Austria, and they really like this is hard work we see here. This is not fun, but they're doing a good job executing their plan, interfering with the game of Langen. And Langen has a hard time getting into position under the basket and even being able to attack the goalkeeper. They put pressure on the defense for sure, but it's really difficult for them to attack the goalkeeper. Now we see a Langen player coming from above. And this is a dangerous situation with the exchange of the goalkeeper.
Yeah, they're still fighting. And Maren has the ball. It's one-on-one. Maren is a very experienced, very good. No.
There it is.
Oh, that was the end of the game. That was such a pity because that was an excellent...
Do you think it was a score or was it the end?
No, it was not.
So
it was not score at the time when out before Maren could really pull
up the goal. That was good luck for Austria in that situation. And Austria has a very well earned 1-0 and a very well earned 1-0 for Langen too.
Yeah.
Both teams really, I think they're not playing on the same level, but they can look each other in the eyes.
Yes, I think Austria needs more definition when they go toward the attack, but they're defending really, really well, and they're really making the life of the German girls very, very difficult.
Yes, yes.
But we've seen Germany really moving the ball and using really the 3 dimension right in front of the goal. You know, going up, down, right, left. and
Yeah.
keep moving, and always at least 2-3 players. Okay, a few times you had just the one player, but they could recover and start going in 2 and 3s and making the life of the defender of Austria really, really hard. So respect for both teams. They have been showing a good game. It's amazing how Austria has grown in the last years, tactically, technically as a team, and
Yeah, both
they are
teams,
the left.
I think
Yeah,
men and
well,
the women.
yes, exactly. I mean, it's really hard work that they are doing in Austria. I
And
think.
I remember the atmosphere in Graz when the Austrian national teams were playing. The fan community was really amazing around the pool, and the atmosphere was fascinating for a rugby game. Really, really something that pushed the team on a new level, and it's really high-class rugby we see here, and I'm looking forward to the second half. What do you think will change in the strategy of both teams, Lorena?
Well, I think Austria needs to see how they attack. When they attack, defending, they are doing it well. They're doing perfect. And Germany needs to see that they don't have moments where there's just one on the wood. If they really want to create pressure and have more confusion, they need to do at least maybe 5 waves of constant attack, which is easier said than done. But they have been moving the ball well around. It's just sometimes they attack 2-3 times and then there's like a pause. And if they can manage to keep this pressure for as long as it takes to score, like the Orcas
Yeah.
male did it when they were playing against also Vienna, the male team. We just saw the game.
Yes, the male team against Vienna,
When
right.
they move, and if they can do that, more consistent, then they probably score 2 more goals.
Back in the game, Vienna was touched the ball first. That's not important for the game because you like to see
Right.
Langen stole the ball and snatched the ball away from
Steffi.
the Vienna player, but Langen is now, it's a little bit more pressure here from Langen on the Austrian basket than we saw in the first 10 minutes before. It's more
Steffi is right under the
More
goal. If she
aggressive,
got the ball there,
more
she will have a
possessive.
chance. And that, whoa, she got
nicely,
tackled.
almost.
Oh, that's a pity. She lost the ball. Then Kaji just recovered it and is fighting there past the ball. And that's goal. Goal from Maren coming from the close corner. She's very good, very dangerous player. She was the one that was on the process of doing the goal when the time was up.
Okay.
So now she got the second opportunity to make it happen.
But I saw in the first minutes, and this is, I think Langen really started to establish, now we win this game,
Yes.
no matter what.
Yeah,
And,
they are putting more pressure than before. They were like more cautious or more surprised
Yeah.
before. I don't know, one of
So
both.
let's see if Austria can react to that, but it looks more like Langen is even putting more coal in their oven to raise the steam and to put the machines in high gear, to put more pressure on the Austrian basket. With a 2-0 lead and 8.5 minutes to go, they can really go for a little bit more offensive and score another goal to force Vienna out of their own area.
Rias has got the ball. No, that was Simone, sorry.
Great forechecking by Vienna here. It's amazing what the forechecking is doing. It looks like there are 8 forechecking women swimming against Langen. And Langen plays the ball around the defensive area of Austria, coming from the closed corner side, playing back and forth. Time is ticking in their favor now with the 2-0 lead.
No, the pass up. This is the kind of thing that shouldn't happen. They need to be a bit more present so that they don't get outnumbered by, you know, the defenders, the four checkers, and we have a counter attack, and this is really very risky. I mean, this is just managed to stop the ball. Maren recovered the ball and is trying to swim back. I mean, that was really, Langen's left there a little bit there right now again. What happened? Attack to the mask, and there's a free throw from 3 meters distance for the Austrian. I mean, exactly that kind of thing, because they were in the corner and they took it like too easy, and then the four checkers of Austria really went for it, got, and then started a counter attack with 3, and the goalkeeper barely made it.
Timeout, Langen. Yeah, that's a good point to take a timeout, because they had two dangerous situations. First, the counter attack. What are you eating?
I'm eating bonbon.
Okay.
Because my throat is already complaining.
Sore. Yeah, there was a really nice situation, because with the pressure and the 2 goals already in the basket, you would think the Austrians go only for a very careful defense, but there was a counter-attack, and after the counter-attack was stopped, there was almost another situation that was dangerous for the Langen basket. So don't underestimate Austria here. They are good for a surprise, and Langen really has to be awake.
And it's 2-0, but if they are not awake, then that could easily and quickly change. So we have Anna on position on tour.
Free throw for Austria.
Then Ria now is waiting.
6.5 minutes
diving,
left.
trying to do some forechecking, and let's see. Okay, the Langen recover. Steffi is in position of the ball, trying to start a counter attack, and she passed it and I couldn't see to whom, but it got lost, recovered by the Austrian. Ria recovered the ball, passed it to Maren. Maren is now going toward the close corner, who is coming with Steffi was there. Anna is in position of the ball, waiting for the next one to get it. Kati got it, and I think that's Maike.
How many?
To go on the other side, and Steffi is on this side, but well, it took too long for the ball to come here.
How many national team players are in the German team, Lorena?
Let me check. Uno, dos, tres. Between, I mean, I will count old and new players, because we have a lot of, you know,
It's really difficult for Langen to get close enough to the Austrian basket.
Almost 9, if we count that some are not active anymore but used to play in the past, and some from the actual. So, but from the actual team is
Langen does a very amazing job here, getting into the defense, but the forechecking of Austria doesn't allow the ball to be pushed broad to the players waiting under the basket, and if it happens, they're almost instantly intercepted and tackled away. So congratulations to this defense from Austria. Amazing work here. And in German we would say, Langen beißt sich hier ein bisschen die Zähne an der Verteidigung aus.
Okay.
Von Österreich. Very important German sentence, sich die Zähne ausbeißen.
Okay.
Everybody has to learn it. Say it together with me. Sich die Zähne ausbeißen.
Stay by the game. So Langen is on the close corner, and they're trying to see to start attacking away, but it's they're not in pace right now. I mean, Kati is trying to get position of the goalie. She's right underneath, and now is waiting for the ball.
But we saw that a lot. Good positions, but they don't.
Got the ball, but it's been tackled. Yep, sorry.
Yeah, just what you said. The German players get in good position, but it's very difficult for them to receive the ball. So, and this is due to the defense work of Austria.
Simone and
3.5 minutes left in the second half here.
Steffi and Kati are here on the right. Kati just got the ball. Steffi is going to the other side. She moved and score. Great score by Kati Bello, captain of the team. And It's 3-0 for Langen, but it has been
Hard work.
hard work.
Yeah, definitely. And it's not. I don't see much Langen could do better in this game. They're really playing tight around the Austrian basket.
The Austrians, you mean?
Position. No, the Langen, and they really position themselves well. But Langen is interfering pretty good.
No, Austria.
Austria is interfering pretty good. Yeah.
So now they're attacking again. They're on the close side. The ball went down. Can't see who has it. Let's see.
Look again. You can see it. Players from
Michael
Langen in
Steffi.
position. That's dangerous for the Austrian basket.
I think Steffi was pushing
Yeah,
without the
they
ball.
was pushing
yeah.
without ball, so it
She
should
was
be a free throw
well
against Langen.
positioned, but they got a little bit too physical, and yeah, she pushed. It looked like she pushed without the ball. So now they have a free throw again, which is a pity, because when you try to occupy this position and attack, and something like this happened, then because sometimes it's just you are paralleling, and it's just everyone is such a close proximity that you push without really willing completely, and it's a pity, because then the attack is lost.
And Vienna is in ball possession. One player tries to get in the middle in front of the basket, forward, passing back to her player teammate. So they still have a distance to cross. Forward again from the corner. And the forechecking from Langen also very intense, stopping Austria from getting even anywhere close to the basket. This is a chance. One player positioned under the goalkeeper in the defense, but ball was tackled away. Still in Austrian possession. This one took a little bit too long for her teammate to show up, and the ball carrier was under heavy pressure by Langen player, but also in the offense here, well played by Austria, now intercepted, and the ball was stripped out of the hand of the Austrian player, and we see a tackle of two Vienna players and one Langen player to the surface.
So it's just 40 seconds left. Mara had recovered the ball, but apparently it was holding. And now it's a free throw against Langen. 30 seconds left. One Austrian is right underneath the basket. And let's see. Langen trying to recover, and Katia recovered the ball. And now trying to move it away from the basket. 10 seconds left, and Madden has the ball and is trying to find someone to pass to the counter attack, but it was being held by one of the Austrians, and now they're in a counter attack. This is Ria trying to attack,
again,
and that's the end of the game. So it's 3-0 for Langen, and it's again a blue team that wins.
Did we ever have a white team winning in the...
Twice. Once was Helvetia against Connecticut Macos, and then we have Orcas females against Amaga.
So which team is coming up? Which game is coming up?
Akaren against Amaga. Maybe, no? Okay. We are trying. We can switch and...
So we will give up the microphone. Want to? Okay.
Thorsten is coming, yeah. We go to Beate and Thorsten. We are really glad that we have helpers, and we can rest our throats every now and then, and our minds. Bravo. Thank you.
Hello everybody. So we are back here in the female competition. We see the next quarterfinal here. The ladies from Norway, from Akeren, playing against the Danish team from Copenhagen, Amaga. And just introducing you to the team, starting with the women from Norway. We have in number 2, Mari Brattedijk. We see number 3, Stine Rosendal. Number 4, Tove Margrethe Alland. Number 6, Lisbeth Hogsberg. Number 7, very deadly. Number 9, Kjellog Hulen. Number 13, Celine Skade. Number 15, Odd Ingrid Grefting. Number 16, Irene Roten. 17, Eli Hagen. 19, Hilde Hesteren. 20, Christine Nergat. 25, Lise Knudsen.
And Amager Underwater Rugby Club. It's Lynette Jensen, Penny, Lindberg Hansen Mai, Heider Marianne, Chris Wegeberg Johanne, Iverson Dinah, List Laila, Rutfeld Mill, and Christine Lundius Marie.
All right.
So just low number of team plays here to defend against like
Yeah, I'm not
maybe
really
double.
sure if the team lists are fully completed. We will know that the team lists have to be sent in a couple days before the championship. There might be some changes. Nevertheless, you can find the team list also on uwr24.de. There you find the team list and you can check the numbers and the names to support your people. So we're going into the match in a couple of seconds. We're seeing here in white the ladies from Denmark here already prepared in the water. Right on the other side, the Norwegian girls are here preparing themselves and getting ready. And let's see, we've seen a lot of goals so far from the Akaren girls. I think they started super nice, well in this tournament. We've seen like victories, a 6-0 against Vienna, and we have already seen a 12-0 against the team from Italy, Firenze.
Great,
Why don't
and
you-
you can see Laila number 90 with a little green frog on the pin, which will be interesting. And
Okay. Yeah. All right, and if we go back to the Danish team from Amager, they already played beforehand, and we've seen them playing against the Connecticut Smackers with a 8-0 victory, and later on with a 7-0 against the Switzerland ladies from Helvetia. Now we're starting in the match now. We see here the blue team Akaren against the Danish team Amager in white. And we're expecting here quite offensive play from the Norwegian ladies, as we are used to see that, while we are seeing very compactive, super proper defense from the Danish girl. Let's see who's going to win here, offense or defense. Nevertheless, we are starting here with the Norwegian girls with the first attacks here, and so far we have a lot of bring the ball to the surface with some scrums, and this takes of course time from the clock.
really going fast. And a scrum on the surface. We do not see who is now having the ball. And Akeren going.
Here we see the first good opportunity from number 7 here, with the chance to score quickly. It was Berit Thiel. She started here with the first good movement, with the first good move for the Norwegian ladies. This was quite nice, attacking here. She had a fast break, coming fast. This is what we're expecting to see from Norwegian ladies a lot. Many of these ladies won the World Championship in Graz this year, so we have super experienced players. On the other hand, we have the Danish team. I also see a lot of names I've also seen and recognized during the World Championship. So here are a lot of well-experienced players in the water here. So far we see 2 minutes played, 0-0. We had the first chance on the Norwegian side for Akaren. Nevertheless, the score is 0-0. And now we see here, as you can see, a quite active movement from number 11, the captain, Marianne Heidem from Amager. She was like pushing a bit the defender away. For my personal feeling, it was a bit active here. Nevertheless, the referees let them play, no call, and here we see the fast counter attack
And
pass
that's
for number 2.
dangerous now. And
Marie Breitendijk here with the best second good chance here so far, but well defended by Amarga. It's a tough match, like AKRN won last year the Champions Cup, if I remember right. So they're here also coming back to, let's say, re-win the title. They brought it here to bring it home again. On the other hand, we have Amarga, the girls. I remember they just arrived here last year with just 9 players. I don't know if the list is correct so far. It looks like they don't have so much more ladies brought than last year. Super tough here to have so less substitutions, to have not that much time on the bench to breathe, to recover. Of course, you can start here super nice in the first half, but on a long-term perspective, in the second half, it will show how this stamina is working and holding this pressure, this tough level here. You see here the different pattern. Amarga, while Amarga is trying here to keep the ball in the corner a bit more, keeping the ball possession, you can really see how quick the ladies from Akron trying to get close to the goal and to score, even here with a lot of passes, a lot of fast swimmings, and here even the next good chance with a pass on the other side. 25 is doing this, but no goal. Well defended by Amarga. Well defended so far.
And now an attack from number 9. And they still keep the pressure and keep the ball. Although they're close to the basket now, it's well defended. And
number 25 here.
25
it might be, I don't know what you think about it, but the goalkeeper here from Amarga is like holding a bit the wall. It's like she transferring the pressure from the attack into the wall, where the serve.
Here, something?
But we can hear it. It must be the 1-0 Now there was a 1-0 in favor with last couple of minutes. So we need to apologize here. We are under construction. We're having some technical issues. IT is working on that. I see them like they're having this. And now we are back here. 2 minutes left in the first half. Unfortunately, we could not see the goal. So it's 1-0 for Akaren. The Norwegian ladies here with 1-0 in front. Amaga in white. The Danish ladies here. They defended well the first 8 minutes of the match and had to receive here the goal. But now they are here on the opponent side trying to push, trying to score. A referee call. It's for, let's say, choking or attacking the neck or like choking. This is not allowed. So there's a free throw in favor for Amaga. This gives them, the Danish ladies, a bit time to breathe. You see they're taking their time to execute this free throw. And now here we see them coming again. Nevertheless, the Norwegian ladies are already waiting for them. The difference, big difference between both teams here, you see it. The Danish team, they're taking their time in their attack, trying to pass around in the corner, keeping the ball in within the team, passing around and around. But then this is super dangerous, like this drop of games. Number 11, the captain here, is like stealing the basket, just waiting. There was a second too late here. Number 19-6, Marie-Christine. She was here so far, but probably maybe the best chance here for Amaga so far, and we have 30 seconds left in the first half. So far, well played from both girls, both teams.
I think they're really going in a quite concentrated and as a team. Passing, like being safe in that the team member will be in the same position they expect to be. What was seen in the World Championship and then all the national team members?
So first of all, we have the halftime break now here with a 1-0 lead from Akaren. Yes, what I mentioned is that, for example, when we talk about Laila Rist or the captain or Dina Iverson or maybe like even the captain or Janne Heidam, these are all players they've seen. They have been also played at the World Championship in Graz. While on the other hand, also on the Norwegian side, you can see a couple of players that have been with the Norwegian team as well. Here so far we see a 1-0 lead from Akaren. Unfortunately, we had some transmission here, streaming issues. We could not see the goal. We're really apologizing for that. There's a bit technical challenge, or there are some technical challenges here. So if we want
the black screen, like we are in the black box now.
we can see
Score.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These can breathe, while when one player going out of the ball, another one needs to jump in. While on the other hand, you can see here in blue a full squad of, there are 12 or even more players. So 12 players are allowed to play. You can exchange players during, so you can bring here a squad. You can like send in a list with up to 15 players, but just 12 players are allowed to play during a match. You can exchange 3 players within a match, so all 15 are able to play, and so you can like divide the energy you need on a lot of shoulders. While on the other hand, you have here the Danish ladies, super tough playing here, just 8 girls, and then against the, let's say, the champion from last year here, just with a 1-0 just 1-0 back in the first half. It's a good result in my opinion.
You think there is a chance that they can get back or equal at least?
At least they had one chance. Akaran is not playing super concentrated. I was quite surprised at this player. It was number 36, Marie Christine. She had a chance to really attack the goalkeeper from Akaran in the 1-1 situation. Of course, it was not the most dangerous situation. Nevertheless, it is a chance to score. And yeah, if they keep going like that, if they're working for the opportunities, and at least if they're making like this lucky shot, it could be equalized. Yes, but on the other hand, it will be even in the second half. This is my opinion or my assumption. Akaren, they are doing the game. They're doing this aggressive, massive attacks here at goal, and it will be super hard for the Danish girls here to keep this 1-0. At least I think a 1-0 will be a super nice result at the end.
There is a
And here we see another good attack from number 7. She just buried the teal. She didn't make it
again,
to score.
right? She was dangerous before.
Yeah. She also had in the first half a very good chance. But as mentioned, if we taking a look at the
Always
goalkeeper here from the Danish girls, they are like in the situation when they're being attacked by the Scandinavians, they are really like holding a bit the wall. I'm not sure. And here we see it. Here we see the penalty throw. So there's a penalty call against Amaga, and I was like predicting this. There's a lot of, let's say, holding against the wall, which is not really allowed. They have seen it now a couple of times. You know, there's a penalty call against Amaga. This means we have a 1-1 situation. One girl needs to defend 45 seconds against one attacker from Norway, and let's see who is going to execute this penalty. The referee is giving the ball to the player. We see here in the middle of the field, and we see it is the who's in the water trying to defend it. 45 seconds. We're trying to find out the numbers. So here we are. It's number 4 in white from Amaga,
It's not on the list.
Dina Iversen, against number 20, Christine Nergard. And this is so far very well done. Oh! Dina, she made a nice job here, and now she's a bit confused, lost the ball out. Now she's coming to the surface, to breathing and coming back. Coming back again. Well done, well done, well done. Go on the basket. Super nice. Well defending here from Dina Iversen. And yeah, she tried to throw. She kept it away. Keep going. Stay underwater. Stay underwater. 6 seconds. 5, 4. Oh, unfortunately, in the last 2 seconds, she was out of breath and trying to predict the shot and trying to catch out the shot. She was giving this gap on purpose, I guess, and tried to like catch the ball when she was throwing it in, but it was too fast or the gap was too big. Nevertheless, well done here by Dina Iversen. We need to remember, just 8 players. They had a lot of pressures. The minutes before, there was no break between this tough situation, which was like resulting into this penalty shooting or penalty call, and then to executing as a defender immediately afterwards. This is super, super tough. She did it quite well, but
In the
number
last 3
20,
seconds,
Christine Nergard, scored the 2-0 for Akeren.
So 7 minutes 46 seconds left. Second half of the game is 34. Akeren against Amager. And Akeren does have 2 goals. And still Amager is in the defense.
So here we see the referee giving here some instructions, maybe a warning or something like that. It's always when the referee comes to the surface pointing specific players, there's like a warning or like a feedback, so don't hold the basket or don't hold the ball, something like that. And it means that they're taking care about this in the upcoming situations. And here we see, right, well you're
done.
breaking through, number 11, the captain here, and with the first big chance here, she was like grabbing the head of the basket of the goalkeeper and tried to execute or tried to score, but at least defended. And now here, do we see the counter attack here on the other hand side, number 2 with the ball, Marie Brettedijk. attacking, another one moving from above, but this is quite easy to defend from the Danish girls, to be honest. This is what they really prefer. If one attacker comes by his own, then they are able to tackle them away and bringing them to the surface, and then it makes it easier for the defending team to breathe.
And they're quite good in defending. It's always like the basket is closed and defended.
Definitely,
and there's no gap. There was no gap to be seen all the last minutes we see this game.
This is a super job of these 8 girls here from America. To be honest, we have seen other teams with 12 or 15 players not playing that proper in the defense. So there are more gaps. They are not that strict in keeping their goalie position. Here we see a really, it's also like a mental thing, you know. You're just lying there. I can imagine fully that they are out of breath, but they know they need to stay there. They need to stay underwater.
So, a scrum at the surface, like something no one really appreciates because it's not even time consuming. The flow is gone and it's air and condition consuming. Keeps out the... And Akaran gets the ball.
You see again,
And the
always
defense,
this counter
right
attack
on
to-
time down there, stopping
Super
the
nice.
attack. Great.
Of course, it also is like they're putting a certain focus in the defense. This is why we don't see them so much in the offense and don't see that much like scoring chances on the side of Amager. They're really trying to keep this result as, let's say, low as possible. At least there's still a chance to win this game, but not if you're 3, 4, 5, 6 behind.
Yeah.
Now there was another goal from number 20. So Christine Nergard scored here the 3-0. She also scored the 2-0 by penalty. So there's like she scored twice in this match. There's another timeout. Now this timeout is coming from Amager. I'm a bit wondering why they have not taken this timeout before the penalty. But yeah.
Okay. Do you think that the defense closing the goal, the basket from Amager now is a part of the strategy? Because in the very first moment when the game starts at all, they were attacking and they got the ball in the very first seconds of the game and
honest,
really
this is-
close to the
This is what
Akaran's basket.
This is a good question. This is what I miss at a lot of players. Like, for example, sometimes you see that the teams are trying to score from the first until the last second, and then this is resulting in scores like 12, 14 or 17-0, what we have seen in the last couple of days. I think if you see the other team is stronger and you have no chance to win it anymore, you need to keep the result as low as possible. And this is what Amager at least is doing. They know, okay, we received the goal, maybe there's a chance to equalize, but after the 2 or even the 3-0, to be honest, I don't remember a match in the last recent years where like Akaran received more than 3 goals. So winning here in the last 5 minutes 4-0 is super utopic. Nevertheless, it's a nice result for them still. So keeping this 3-0 is probably right now more important than just scoring 1 goal, but to pay it for it with another 3 or 4. So let's say 3-0 looks super nice on the table, while for example a 5-6-7-1 does not so, or even at least it doesn't. But nevertheless, you see here the girls like putting their effort in the offense, like when they have the time to breathe after that with this like timeout. You see how strong and massive they are, how powerful they could be. Just imagine these players would have more
Like a full set.
substitutions, more players in the pool,
Yes.
and here we see the referee coming to the surface pointing to the Norwegian girl. We see a free throw against Akaren, but no time penalty. So it was just a proper warning. She's walking through the bench. It was just a verbal warning without any time penalty so far. A time penalty would be nice for Amager here to bring them back in the spot, but you see
But
here.
it wouldn't totally change the game,
Yeah.
the outcome.
Definitely,
So-
it would be great to see that. At least, still, the girls are here in the water with 8 players, and now trying to bring the
Would even be more
ball
fair.
back to the bottom, but actually is now at the surface. A lot of strumming.
With a full set of Amager, this game would be a different question and a different outcome.
The pool
The
size
game
or what?
would be different. If Amager would be like 12 ladies in the water like this?
Of course, it depends always on the player you're bringing in the squad. If you talk with other coaches, they tell, or players, sometimes players preferring to play with a lower number than players, but don't have any weak players within the squad. Of
Yeah.
course, the team is just such strong as the weakest player. This is like a usual quote you can find in team sports. And here it is at least that you have super strong 8 players here. Of course, they're sometimes on a certain level they're running out of stamina and of breath, and they're getting tired. But you see what they can do. Of course, if they could find 4 players on the same level, it would be super nice for them.
Then
and
would
they
be totally different,
yeah,
right?
they would really appreciate it, of course, to have such players. But I also know about, or I'm aware about this lack of female players in Denmark, or super engaged players. Of course, there's a lot of effort here. Imagine the players, the skirts are on both sides. They have in the league. Some of them are also playing probably for the male league, so in the mixed team league. They go on for national camps. They go on here to tournaments, for Champions Cup, etc., etc. So there's a lot of time to be invested.
Really
for
good
sport.
training. But as you said, it's a really high time investment to be on that level. And it's the question you can keep it over a long time and over a high number of people.
Yeah.
So nearly 2 minutes left, 1 minute 48 seconds going, and Akaren again attacking and close to the Amagard basket, but they're not coming into the situation of making another goal. And even when it's going for 10 seconds or longer, the pressure from Akaren, the Amaga team is clothed in the defense.
Yeah.
Completely good.
Here you see, for example, the defender is a bit holding the basket. This is also not allowed, but of course there was not enough pressure here at the basket to call here another penalty. But here you need to be very careful about how you defend here to not receive another penalty call. Nevertheless, it's 45 seconds left here. The score is 3-0 in favor of Akaren. Amaga with 8 ladies here did so far. Super great job here in the defense level. And Akaren here on the other side was also putting a lot of effort here in the offense.
No,
it was at least here is another good double team passes here, and maybe this was also a bit holding the basket here from the number from the Danish player. I'm not really sure if the hand here at the ring was just like touching or if it was holding, but nevertheless the referee here on the open side didn't call it, so they keep going. And yeah, it's not a game changer at all, because the favor is still on the Akaren side. They are going to win this match. 6 seconds left. And we've seen 2 goals from Christine Nergat, one by penalty and one out of the game. And to be honest, unfortunately, I don't remember the first one. But well played by Akaren here. They are making it right now to the semi-final. And here we see number 19, Leider, and her team. They are playing now tomorrow and up to the 5th place, maybe maximum, or 4th place they can be. Like I think in the final they are playing here. So far we've seen in the round of the best 3 teams, they are qualified so far. I think the ladies from Orca, the ladies from Angen, and we see Akaren. So these 3 teams are playing each other within the next 2 days to find out who will be the Champions Cup winner. Amaga here with 8 ladies. They're playing tomorrow against, we need to find out this, but they're also having some matches left. You will see it in the schedule. Please find the schedule on uwr24.de. On this homepage you can be, you find a link to the Champions Cup, and there you find on the results you can find the schedule which can show you the upcoming matches of the remaining 1.5 days. Next match. Who's gonna be next?
Game 35.
0 was now we had now the Akaren against Amaga with the 0, and the next match will be the team from Italy, Firenze, against Zurich from Switzerland. Zurich is, let's say, the record champion in Switzerland. They won, like, I don't know if there was any other team in history winning the Swiss championship. and even in Firenze, I think it's like a traditional champion and record champion. So since I've started to watch the Champions Cup, I've never seen a different team than Firenze or Zurich. So both teams have been here many times and are super experienced. And let's see, they also have played many times against each other. So always I remember to have seen close matches. It will be Zurich in white and the team from Italy, Firenze, in blue. Let's introduce you to the team. I'm starting with the white team of Zurich. It will be number 2, Hannes Pischel, 3, Marcel Vetter, 4, Anur Buroy, number 5, Christian Anna, 7, Matthias Dufour, number 9, Patrick Schürmann, 13, Martin Wörnle, Niels de Bruyn, number 15 is the captain, Mark Drexler, 17, Michael Müller, 18, Dominic Peter, 24, Xavier Orozco, 43, 54, Wild Bills.
Ciani. Number 7, Ferdinando Scarano. Number 12, Ludovico Bacelli. Number 21, Mattia Garaffa. Number 23, Samuel Moschi. Number 25, Andrea Medekin. 26, Umberto Bacelli. 41, Antonio Lobaido. 69 is Andrea Pagni. And 77 is Simon Passi.
And here we see Switzerland here, the Zurich team here, winning the start of the game now in ball possession from the beginning. They're starting hard, they're starting quick, and it looks like they really want to win this match here. They're coming immediately attacking, heavily attacking the goal. Nevertheless, no clear chance from the upstarting the first 30 seconds here. Italy defended properly, so let's see who's going to win this match. I think both teams are quite similar from their, let's say, level. I am expecting here to have a close match. Switzerland, Zurich is used to play in a super deep pool with 5 meters deep and 20 meters long.
Really
On
hard.
the other hand, we have Italy. Also, we know, if you have been at the Firenze Cup, also the Firenze Cup pool is super deep and super long. Both teams are probably not super familiar with such small pools, because here we have just like 3.5 meters depth and 12.5 meters long by let's say 10 meters wide. So the dimensions here are small in comparison to other pools you have all around the world. So it's like the smallest sizes you can have in underwater rugby due to the requirements. And here we see a free throw for Italy executed. Slowly they take the time, exchanging players. And now you've seen the captain Gabriele passing the ball on the left hand side, open side here. And this is also a different game style here. The Italian players are also ball possession. They are not looking to counter attack immediately the goal. They just want to go more calm a bit in the water, trying to keep a bit the time and the ball. And let's see which strategy here will win at the end. This match will also find a winner, as every match of the Champions Cup, so there will be a penalty shooting afterwards if the result will be 0-0. So far we have almost 2.5 minutes played, and it's like still equal.
And we do have still the blue team with just 10 team members, which
All right.
is less. The other team is full settled and can relax exchange
full
on
squad,
every
yeah.
position, which is great. So that maybe is the reason they're a little bit like hesitant, keeping their
Might be.
condition. And we keep talking about if we don't see don't see anything, but coming back. So 7 minutes for the first half, still there, and it looks like the teams are a little bit finding themselves, or like finding the strategy with the other team. And
It might be. It's like a testing phase. But here we have seen so far the best first chance. But I also think that the goalkeeper here was quite deep with the shoulder in the basket. I don't know if this was a call. So far, yeah, it is. It's a penalty shooting, so my prediction was right. To be really honest, this was attacked. We have seen here, it must probably Andrea managing with the 25. She was with the shoulder in the basket. So here's a penalty shooting. It will be now in favor for Zurich. So the first attack here we have seen, the first proper really attack resulted into a penalty call against Firenze. So it will be a 1-1 situation. So one Zurich player is attacking against one defender. He has 45 seconds time to do so. The defender needs to stay 45 seconds defended, or he needs to get in ball possession and brings the ball out of the pool, so it means over the surface. So let's
we
see
know
who
the
is
number?
going to defend, who is going to attack. We try to provide you their names soon, and here we see like number 2 is defending, the captain Gianni Gabriele, and we see the attacker from Zurich. Oh, and it was executed very well. Fortunately, I could not see the number. Maybe it was Matthias Dufour with number 7. I'm not fully sure. If you please, Zurich guys, if you have seen who has scored here, just write it in the comments. I would say it was Matthias Dufour, not 100% sure, but yeah, let's see if anyone else from Zurich could here provide me with the name. So just write it in the comments, we're going to read that. So, Zurich 1-0 in front after a penalty call due to a shoulder in the basket. Let's see what the Italian team from Firenze could do to come back in this match.
And they're still having the ball, the white team. Struggle. It's like not clear what's going on there.
Now
And
we
another
see here, fast
it's-
break.
They're more like
Oh, this was a bad pass here. Super
Yeah.
intercepted by Italian players here from Firenze, and now, but
to relax.
there was again a scrum. Italy here with just 10 players at the tournament, while we have on the other hand a full squad on the Swiss team.
Again.
And here
Zurich.
another attack. Oh, this was quite close. Was a pass or the try to score something, but it was like a stop by the face, by the mask of the goalkeeper. Something between a pass and a scoring try. I'm not really sure, but still here now Italy here, Firenze in ball possession, trying to get on the opponent side, but these passes are too long and sometimes even too dangerous. I don't know why they're trying always to like push the ball through two players. This is not super great, to be honest.
High risky.
Yeah, risky. It's hard if you are a player now playing with your team and someone is making like that risky passes and losing the balls, because you always need to put so much effort into to get the ball back. You know, everyone here is super physical playing, but now here it's a pressure, so it's like a certain waves here from Firenze. Now here they're trying to keep the ball close to the basket, which is good, but they are looking a bit challenging with that. So for Zurich it looks super easy here. They're super relaxed in the basket, going around. The forward here makes a lot of pressure on the goalkeeper. They're always, so there's not a, oh, now we have a great situation here. The goal was stolen. 25 here in ball possession right now. Andrea Menegin here tries to, could not bring the ball. But this is a quite good opportunity if you have like a super defending team. Try to bring their out of control, just to make something tricky. Here, for example, was like sneaking on the goalkeeper position here, and so that they are starting to be unstructured. That they're starting maybe to acting with fouls or trying to be unfair, and this could easily result into a goal. But here they could not use this stolen basket. So far it looks quite controlled match from Zurich side. resulted into a penalty call in the first half. And now we are still here. 1 minute 30 to go. And here Gianni, number 2, the captain Gabriele, could like here interception the pass. But we now here in like a it's another referee call.
It's like quite from the view from the game, a different level like we saw before. It's like a little bit more struggling around, but Zurich is quite clear what they're doing, and Blue is defending high with high power, and they are really getting and intercepting, but not scoring. Like,
Let's see, we have 45 seconds left here in the first half. So far, I'm not really sure what advice I would give to Firenze to come here back to the game. I would maybe like recommend them to pass a
Now
bit
there's
proper and
some-
don't be that stressed, don't be that uncontrolled. Now here you see it better. When you make some clear, nice passes, it's so much easier here to get close to the basket. But now here, this was also a shit pass, you need to say so. It dropped down and it was easily could be picked up by the defender from Zurich and immediately lead it into a counter attack. Here it was again Gianni Gabriele. He's like the man of the match now. Try to defend the penalty. Is here stealing a lot of balls while he's still goalkeeper. So this is a super nice performance of this guy. Here we can see now sitting 5 people on the bench. So let's say we have 11 Italian players against 15 Zurich players.
okay.
And now we have the half-time break. Half-time here in match 35 of the tournament. We is going to see Firenze in blue playing against Zurich in white, and there's a half-time break. They're going to exchange the sides, going to go on the other side, and now we see here in the white team, the Zurich team here coming together to discuss the situation. I got the confirmation that the penalty, the first goal for Zurich was executed by Matthias Dufour. So he brought his team in the leading position 1-0 after a penalty call in the first half. And yeah, let's see what Firenze, the team, the Italian champion, can do here to come back to the match. So far they did not really have a really proper action opportunity to score, to equalize neither. So
I think they are acting quite good to defend, and they are small actions, really.
yeah, they're good in defending.
Expertise,
Yeah,
experts, and
they're
then
good in
it's not going
defending.
forward. It's
but
not
they-
long enough this
Yeah.
this action to finally score.
I
on
think
the
they're
other side.
lacking in their passing performance when it comes closer to the opponent's goal. So this is
Yeah.
something they need to improve here to gain really proper scoring chances. Otherwise they will lose the ball frequently, and yeah, it will never happen that they will have this 1-1 situation or a good scoring or getting in a good scoring position. On the other hand, you've seen the Zurich team, they started from the very first minute with a lot of pressure. They just immediately attacked the goal, but also here it was not super efficient. So they just tried to put a lot of energy in, but they also lost quite often the ball. So let's see.
So you don't think you know the outcome now?
I think my prediction is right now here that Zurich is going to win maximum with a 2-0. I don't think there will be a lot of more goals in the second half. I'm more expecting them because they're quite organized, well organized in their defense. There was no real proper pressure from Firenze so far. Even they let them play a bit in the corner, so they give them the space to play in the corner. And always when a Firenze player tried to attack the basket, the defense, the goalkeeper, the defender, they were prepared, they were ready. They didn't went out of breath. There was no big gaps. The attackers, the forwards, they really did a proper job. So from the organization in the defense was super nice. And even when they got the ball, they had it much easier to make the meters, to get out of their pool side.
Yeah.
While on the other side,
Out
Firenze
of
was
the
struggling.
chances.
Always they got many balls, but after 2 passes they lost it.
Yeah.
So this is the issue on the Firenze side. And this match, it could, of course, the reason could be that they're having just 11 players. Of course,
Okay.
it's more pressure on less shoulders. But nevertheless, so far I see a favor on the Zurich side. But let's see what they can do. There's a 3 minutes break we had seen. The break gives you time to breathe, gives time to recover, and maybe they're coming also up with a lot of pressure from the very beginning and trying to equalize here. If they can equalize, this will be then super nice to see how this game is going on.
And these are the surprises, really.
Yeah, but I also,
appreciate.
this, to be honest, really this year in this match, what I've seen right now in this first half, I would think it's now super tough for Firenze. I think Zurich is gonna win this match, but let's see.
Let's see.
Maybe.
You know the team from Firenze from previous games, you know who's national team player as well?
Yeah, there are a lot of in Italy. They don't have so many super engaged players. They're willing to travel all around the world, and the Italian team participated in Graz was also mainly based on Firenze team, I think so. I'm not really familiar how many there are players from other teams, but of course the core team was also from Firenze. Switzerland, for example, I'm not really sure, but to remember that they have not participated in Graz.
Now it's dangerous.
So we see here now again Zurich attacking, and we see again gaps on the side of Firenze. So they're not really properly lying here. Example here, for example, and there's the second goal. And again, Michael Dufour with number 7, his second goal of the match. 2-0 lead for Zurich. Yeah, Matthias Dufour.
Yeah.
Well done here. 2-0. And this will be super hard now for Firenze to equalize here, to make 2 goals so far. They are Zurich is here dominating the match, and Firenze needs to find a way, needs to find opportunities here to get back to the match, otherwise they're going to lose this. But it's always the same. They're losing the ball, and then right here now they're swimming to last back. It's all again Gabriele who's winning the ball. It's always the captain. He's the player of the match here with his black wristband. He's always like gaining the ball. He's always like able to be as a pass receiver, defending, attacking. It seems like a one-man show from him. So super engaged player. Unfortunately, they need a bit more of them. As you see here, the ball is just dropping without any hand contact, and immediately you have a counter-attack. And this is what I mean with this pass quality issue. This is the minimum thing you need to do to get a proper match here. To play a proper match, you need to pass, and the pass need to be like from hand to hand, and not from hand to bottom.
Okay. So it's really amazing to listen to you.
Thanks.
It's really making fun seeing how you engage just watch, and that's the spirit also to be seen underwater. It's like a mirror, and the guys here are really fighting hard, although we are commenting that way that they're losing the ball, but they are really hard fighting for it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So of course both teams, they don't want to lose here. They want to start it. They keep fighting till the end, and at least the game is not over. There's still 6 minutes and 40 seconds left. You see here another hard counter attack now here from the Zurich team. This should be Marcel Feder, probably it was here, who attacked and passed the ball on the other side, and then it was tackled and scrum starting from the Italian players. And here we see the referee call. It comes from the bottom, so the deck referee here is giving a signal, and since the Zurich players are swimming back, I assume it will be in favor for Firenze.
Yeah.
So Firenze here, a bit time to breathe, bit time to become back, and now let's see how many passes they can do. 1, 2, 3, and this is what is important, to have proper clear passes here to come back to the man in the fourth pass. And now 25 has a bit space and a bit time to attack, and this is really, even the defender here is holding the attacker. He has still time and space to attack here, and this is what Firenze needs more. Quick, proper passes on their way close to the basket, and this brings them back in the game.
I think they didn't lose the ball for a couple of
This is
passes
super
now.
nice. This is what they need to do more.
Mood. And that's also a chance. When you see moving like this, not losing the ball, it can end in a score.
Yeah. 5 minutes left. There's a 2-0 lead for Zurich. Both goals have been made by Matthias Dufour here. The first by a penalty. The second here out of the match, out of the game. And here was here another penalty throw in favor for Firenze. So maybe, let's see, maybe they can come back to the game. Right now it looks like they're waking up. Now they're playing more properly. Passing more strict, more carefully, more concentrated. Even here, they're taking now, they're going into these 1-1 fights. They're taking these fights on. They're getting the ball out. And here's another opportunity. Crapping the goalkeeper. Oh, he lost the ball at least.
Right. You
So
could see
Marcel
it from
Fetter could
left hand.
receive the ball. Passing. It's again here. This is Xaveri Orozco we have seen here with the number 43.
Martin. Nearly 4 minutes left, second half of the game, number 35. So 2 goals for Zurich already. And
Of course, if Firenze could have the chance now to score, there's still enough time here to equalize. So the game is not over yet, and if they would go on with this pattern they've shown in the last couple of minutes, with their nice passing, with their nice attacking, it may also result into a goal, and this brings them back to the match. But now we see here again Marcel Vetter here with attacking from above, the goalkeeper from Zurich, passing back, and now we see a second wave here, but he's alone, and this is too easy, this is too simple.
Contact.
And now you see Firenze now getting the ball, trying to make meters here, passing properly, next proper pass. Now is the space, there's another, now he's
Not
missing
enough
the next opportunity
partners
to give the ball.
available.
The
Right.
next wave is missing here. Now they need to play more offensive. They need to put everything in front to get here the chance to score. It doesn't matter if you're losing 3 or 4-0 at the end. If you're that close, you need to score. Let's see, 2 minutes, 40 seconds. There's still enough time here to go back, to come back. Let's see another chance here. The ball
And
dropped
the ball
down.
dropping.
And now Zurich are
It was
in
a
ball
long pass.
possession. Coming back. But here's also Firenze. They're doing 2 less when they're losing the ball. There's no pressure immediately. They need to start the forechecking immediately after losing the ball. Trying to bring pressure on the ball. Trying to get the ball back. And they're watching too much here. They're just focusing on their defense, swimming back. And this gives Zurich a lot of space, a lot of time to organize their
That's
attacks.
a sign of less condition.
It may be less conditional, as we already mentioned, there are just 11 players here. It might be a bit unstructured. We've seen also here some of the players are older. They're old, but older than others, so they're not that young and fresh anymore. I also feel that, being
Always like
21 is
against the
different than
old
being
guys.
32.
Naja,
You're not that agile, you're not that fast anymore. It's even harder to recover
that's
after a
true,
sprint.
but you're experienced when
Yeah,
you're older.
older.
So you could balance.
it.
We discussed this again this morning, or we
But-
had this discussion already, to say
A good
what
mix
is
is
the
quite
balance of
Yeah.
having a team?
Definitely.
What is the mixture? Old,
good. You
middle?
need experienced players, definitely.
Yeah.
You need confidential players, and you need, of course, let's say, working people in the water. You need leaders and you need workers. And these workers, these are bringing the effort in the water. They're sprinting, they're attacking, they're working hard.
Yeah.
And it seems like the Zurich is having a better mix of that. because they are playing a bit more dominant. Nevertheless, we see here now there's a break. Referees are coming together. There's 1 minute 24 seconds left here. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but it's an official break. So the captains are asked here to come together. Both captains are asked to come to the referee. Maybe there's a certain discussion.
Okay.
There's a bit less than, so there are 84 seconds left. In theory, it's enough to score twice, but it will
Really?
be super hard. It will
And
be
super
super
fast.
hard. If you immediately, maybe they continue with a referee ball, you're going there
Who
and
do
you're
you
scoring
think-
immediately,
who
then they're
do you-
restarting the match. You just need to, of course, get in ball possession and then bring everything, like throwing everything in the front. But it will be super, super, super tough.
Who can you imagine would be able to make 2 scores in 84?
This is sports. Sports can do everything, yeah.
Right. We thought it would be just 10 guys in the Firenze team, but
Yep.
you said it's 11, so it's just 1 less. So is that making the big difference between
Yep.
those, you think?
It can be, of course. If you think about like years ago, it was normal to play with 11 players. This is just a new rule introduced, like let's say 6 years ago, where they allow teams to playing with 12. Or initially, like 12 years ago, it was completely normal to play just with 11.
Just with
So you had
11.
like a let's say an exchange player on each position, except of the goalkeeper position.
Okay.
Most of the teams played with 3 goalkeepers, 2 in the border, 1 on the bench. And even here you can like play a bit more with the power and even the task here, or the delegation of the test, what people need to do in the border. But now the free throw is in favor for Zurich, here in white, and they're also coming heavily attacking the goal. Here we see number 73 it might be, or
Daniel Jussen.
Daniel Jussen, probably we have seen here, or 13, Martin Wernle, I'm not sure, but it was a 3, double-digit number with a 3 at the end. There's another referee call now, but the time is running. Another favor for Zurich, and now I would say that's it.
Right.
2 goals in less than 1 minute, running time. This will be not possible for Zurich.
Yeah.
For Firenze.
Chances going down for...
Nevertheless, well done here by Firenze. The first, like, the decision point here, or the game changer, was definitely the penalty call against the Firenze player for shoulder in the basket. This 1-0 lead. Oh, and here we see 3-0 Marcel Vetter
In the
here
last 25
scoring
seconds.
the 3-0. Now we are done. This game is decided 3-0 in favor for Zurich. 10 seconds left here. Running time. Time is not stopping. Great match. Well, at the end, a bit high, I would say. Firenze, they were also playing a very good match here. They got the penalty call. This was executed by Matthias Dufour, who made it 1-0. Afterwards, there was another goal by him out of the match. And then at the end, like, what was it, 30 seconds or 20 seconds till end of the match, we had another goal, the 3-0 from number 3, Marcel Vetter.
Would
And
you
that's
think
it.
if they had played, as we saw in the second half, these passes which
Yeah.
are really great,
Yeah.
if they have played from the beginning, it would be a difference?
They've improved, definitely they've improved their passing, like the passing quality in the second half, the Firenze team. Of course, it would be affecting and resulting in much more like presence closer to the basket of the Zurich team. Nevertheless, we also need to consider that Zurich here was really defending properly, though there was not any real clear chance in favor for Firenze.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I think maybe there was just a couple of players, or maybe an important player missing on the Firenze side, because they come just here with 11. Yeah. Every year it's quite close. This year it was in favor for Zurich. Let's see how it will be then next year. Because I'm supposing they're going to meet next year again.
Great.
Okay, this is Wolf and
Annika.
Wolf and Annika.
So now it's time for Barcelona against Boston Owls, right?
Yeah, this will be a tough game. I think these two teams will face probably on the same level. Whoa, what's that? New screen for the basket, so it disappears. I haven't seen that yet. Wow, this is
Looks awesome.
looks. There is a rectangle.
It's like the green screen from cinema. This is the white screen for
Probably the one of the teams gets the screen so they can hide their basket.
Hi.
Haven't seen this before. That's totally
hide
new.
and seek in underwater rugby.
Maybe for the color test. For the
color
whitening.
camera.
Yeah, probably that's could be the reason. So what's your estimation? You played with Barcelona, you know them.
Yeah.
So Boston Airwolves, have you seen a game before here in the
No,
Champions
I
Cup yet?
haven't seen the games before. I was around doing stories.
I guess this will be a heavy fight.
Yeah, I think it will be a tough game. Barcelona lost in the penalty shootout against Vienna. Really, really disappointed. So I think right now they're really wanting to win really badly.
Yeah, but I watched Boston prepare for this game, and I think they're up for it too.
Yes.
So I think it will be physical, fast. Are Barcelona fast players?
Yes.
Swim-wise?
They have some new players who are really fast and getting into the game.
Yeah. Boston too. So I think we will see some fast counterattacks and some heavy forechecking in this game. It's going to be interesting. Looking forward to that, and looking forward to the comments with you, Annika. And here we go. We're in the game.
It's
Go.
Barcelona grabs the ball first. They were fastest, but struggling in the middle.
And this is a beautiful referee we have right in front of us. And
do you know who it is?
The air tank. Nope.
I have a few.
There's a cluster going up to the surface, and hold on, the Nahuel. No, it is the Barcelona player is holding on.
Camilo Gaitan.
Yeah, number 9 is holding on to the ball, and two Nahuel players try to tear away his arms in both directions. This is a slow start for the game.
Going in there, but really pushing towards the Barcelona basket, and that's a breakthrough. Barcelona is in ball possession right now. Now we have a referee call.
It's a free throw against Barcelona.
Yes. So defense is setting up. Where are the forwards? There. Trying to get in there.
So normally when both teams know what it's in for, they're testing each other.
Yes.
And don't want to make mistakes in the beginning. And here Barcelona broke free of the attack from the Nahuels, from the USA team, and we have a counterattack from Barcelona to the US basket. 2 against 1. He passed the ball under the basket behind the goalkeeper.
That's a close call. That's where... Yeah, there's the ball. They try. It's like 1 against 1.
Boston.
That could be it.
Huge
That
gaps
could be the
here.
first.
Well saved.
Alexis was losing the ball, passing it to Ferran.
But it was a huge gap. There was no defense under the
There was no
basket.
defense.
This is in the beginning of the game. In the first minutes, this shouldn't happen. This can happen if you're exhausted. But I think the defenders were already in the skirmish for the ball. Here we go again.
Yes.
Barcelona attacking.
They're really wanting to score. You see, like they're attacking close together, trying to get in there. You know, we have scrum at the surface, I think.
Yes, we will update the teams in the screen. I will tell the technicians. Be back in a second.
So we have here playing in white Barcelona from Spain, and in blue Boston Owls from the United States of America. Right now we have a strong Barcelona team trying to attack. There's again missing, and that could be good goal, but we have a referee call. And the referee call is free throw for Boston Narwhals in blue. Barcelona has to defend. Let's see. They're going, but there are only two Narwhal players there going up to the surface again. The Barcelona players are really close, tight to get grip of the ball. Strong defense. The forwards are really trying to get in there and tackle away the ball. Now they're coming from the open side, passing to the closed side. Now it's a dense situation at the Barcelona basket. And we have a scrum at the surface again. One of the Barcelona players is in ball possession, but he's still at the corner. He couldn't manage to leave there, but now they did. Number 15, Carlos Santiveri, is breaking through and was almost there. Now he's alone against two players. Here comes support.
And I just got feedback from technicians. They are updating the teams above in the screen soon. They're working on it. So we don't see Fierce against Zurich, Italy against Zurich, but we see Barcelona in white from Spain. And the first goal here from Barcelona
Number 15.
against the Boston Narwhals from the US in blue. And this is the first goal for Barcelona. And we will do a color check soon to readjust the colors and the white balance. So please let us know what looks better before or after. You will see the difference. And here we go. Boston Narwhals start the game, and they have now to put up speed to equalize with Barcelona.
We have a really big scrum at the surface in the middle of the field. See the referees very attentive to that, because it always can end up. And you see the technique that you normally lay down as a forward or another player down off the scrums in case the ball drops. They're trying to help each other. It looks like one of the Barcelona players is in ball possession because they slightly moved down. Now the scrum continues. Camilo Gaetan here in the scrum trying to get it from the Boston Narwhals. That's referee call.
Holding without ball, and it's from the deck referee. Yeah, deck referee, free throw. Looks like a free throw against the Narwhals.
Yes. There's also now the defense comes in for Boston Narwhals. Their number 31, Mike Picot, is trying to defend very good his goal, but there are very many white players down to attack again. There's Albert.
Oh, Barcelona scored, yeah.
Scored. Number
Nicely
1,
done.
Albert scored.
It was back and forth behind the backs of the defense, and it was from the open side pushed into the goal. And looks like Barcelona is here in the advantage. They play more aggressive, more goal-centered, and more as a team. The Narwhals have a little bit of problem here getting into the rhythm and breaking free out of the attacks of Barcelona. 2-0 now after about 7 minutes in the first half. And again, I repeat, you see Barcelona here in white from Spain against the Boston Narwhals in blue from the US, and it's not Italy against Switzerland. We have a cluster on the surface. And Barcelona in ball possession.
Passing down, they chopped the ball almost, the Narwhals there. Let's see what happens. I hope the defense...
Nice forward.
It's always missing, the Narwhals is missing a defender, right? There was missing a defense player. They're coming in really late.
Yes, yes, exactly. That's quite dangerous because you have to be positioned before the attack starts.
Yes.
If you go down with the attack, you're in trouble.
31 again,
And again,
Mike.
no defense and only the goalkeeper under the basket.
He chopped it. Passes to Jorge, number 27. Passing to the close side. There's a tangle. We can't. Jorge is again in ball possession. They're
Very
really
nicely
setting up-
played
Yes.
by Barcelona, keeping the ball in their ranks around the basket, going into the attack, counting 1, 2, 3, and passing the ball back. But here the Narwhals are in ball position, going for a counter attack in direction of the Spanish basket. Can you please switch the camera for us?
Little camera, please.
Camera.
Okay, thank you. Now we have Boston Narwhals attack. Mike tries to get in there. Then we have
Oh, no
number
defense here, and then number 6 for the Boston
Timmy
Narwhals.
is coming, but he lost the ball. Recovering from Barcelona, and they're going back really fast. Look at this. Number 17 is swimming
Nice
super fast.
counter.
No, and that he didn't have the power to lift the goalie, so the goalie was really good set, but he passed to the
Here is
close
the third
side.
goal.
But we couldn't see who it was. Number 9, Camilo Gaetana, I guess. It looked like this, but we don't know
So
for
even
sure.
though the first attack wave didn't succeed, there was no real
Yeah.
defense to stop the second one, which succeeded in the end.
Yes.
It really takes Boston too long to put up their defense perimeter and to stop these counterattacks. They almost hit directly into the goalkeeper.
Now number 2 of Boston Narwhals, Joshua Stone, Thomas Galeano is trying to get in there. He passes to one of his colleagues, is back again at the goal of Barcelona. And that's a call from the referees. That was...
Free throw against Barcelona. And here we go, Boston Narwhals.
Passing
Oh, that
really
was a
bad
big
pass.
mistake.
And that's halftime.
End of the first half.
It was a quick half.
Halftime is something like the end of the first half. Yeah, you were right. I was just repeating.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have seen a really tense game. Boston Narwhals not quite getting into the game right now. I hope they get there in the second half. Maybe they can change some players.
Well, what we saw was the biggest mistake was their defense, I guess. Let's not talk about defense, but their biggest weakness was in their defense, and they had really the counterattacks came through, and they directly can reach the
Yes.
goalkeeper. And if you have two Spanish players swimming through the pool, attacking the goalkeeper as two, it surely will be a score. So they have to have their defense in front of the basket to stop the first wave until the forechecking defense can come down. So let's see what they discuss in the halftime break. If they change the system, if they go for more defending, earlier defending. We see them on the other side of the pool here talking in a close circle, and their coach is talking to them. Barcelona is quite relaxed here.
I think they're doing some substitutions. So we have a lot of Spanish speakers here watching the game. Como habéis visto, Barcelona ahora está con 3-0. Estaban atacando muy bien, pero faltaba un poco en la defensa de Boston Narwhals de los Estados Unidos. Pero al final vemos a un equipo súper fuerte. Ahora hagan sustituciones de los jugadores y a ver cómo va el segundo halftime. I think number 3 and number 4 of Barcelona got out. And I think number 11 is coming in.
So do you think Barcelona will go even for more offensive players? Because they see their better chances in pushing on the goal of the Narwhals, and the danger of being under pressure on their own basket is not that big. So I would go for a change for some more faster, probably more scoring able players.
depends. Like I think they're also substituting the players to not exhaust them. So if you bring them and you leading 3-0, I think they're going for Camilo, who's coming in as a really experienced player. And we see here number 7, I think he wasn't there before, Leonardo. He's a really fast player. And he's a really crabby player, so he really wants to score. He's young. He came from Venezuela. So I think it will be an interesting game. But now we see a really focused and fast counterplay from Boston Owls, who really getting into the play. We're now at the Barcelona basket.
Oh, that was a pass into the arms of
Yes.
the Barcelona players, called from the referee. Rough play probably, and we have a free throw against... no, it was a rough play from Narwhals. So it's a free throw against the Narwhals.
So we're doing a fast free throw here, trying to get in there. They're also missing defense right now, but number 69, Juanches, got grip of the ball. Now we see Camilo really fast at the goal, but there was the defense.
Yeah,
I think
now
they
they
really
changed it,
figured.
yeah.
They really figured in their defense. Goalie there, defender there, trying. So I think now Barcelona has it a little bit more harder. Now we see an attack from Barcelona passing to Alejo, and that was almost a goal. It was really close, but they managed to get the ball further away from the basket. The goalie grabbed it and went up to the surface towards the middle line, and now we have a big scrum there. And we see number 21 Magi laying down in case the ball drops. But now we have a really fast counter-attack, and Barcelona defender came there a little bit late, but without any pressure from the Boston Narwhals. Yeah. And Wolf is still with me.
Yes, I am. I'm always there. Was just checking their uploads, and okay, this is the Narwhals. I see a better game of the US team now in the second half. They try really now harder to stop the counterattacks. They are in place in their defense, and they have more. Just talking about no defense here right now. Again, too late.
That
We have
would be-
almost three
we
players
see
from Barcelona
Leo.
under the basket.
Leo pushing here, trying to get the ball, and we have a robbed basket, a stolen basket from one of the Barcelona players, but he couldn't succeed. We still have a scrum at the surface.
Still at the surface, fighting on the surface. And it seems like the cluster is pushed in direction of the Barcelona
Yes.
basket. Call from the referee. Deck referee made the call. Wow, well played by the referee here with his foot. Free throw for the Boston Narwhals.
Passing.
Nice move here with the ball around, back and forth.
Trying to get in there, but the defense really, but they're missing the defender right now, but I think they broke through. Carlos Santiveri is really fast swimming towards the goal.
One-on-one
against
situation
one.
right in front of the basket, 1 or 2,
And
yes!
that's the goal.
Number 15,
Second goal for number 15, Carlos Santiveri.
very good job here, first pushing into the goalie and then using the left arm to push the
Yes.
ball into the basket. Nice move. So we have a 4-0 now, I guess.
Yes. There are 5.5 minutes left in the second half of game 36 of the Champions Cup 2019 here in Berlin. We're transmitting live from Tempelhof. And we're seeing right now in blue Boston Narwhals against Barcelona, and Boston Narwhals are attacking at the Barcelonan basket. Barcelona is trying to break free, and they did it again. They're leading 4-0 against Boston. Boston in the first half was lacking a little bit in defense, but right now they're getting there. But Barcelona is really pushing strong on their attacks. Never going alone that we see, and that was a goal by Leo. We saw the goalie, he attacked over the open side, took the head of the goalie, and there was also missing a defender there, or even a forward to interfere the pass or to interfere the attack.
I think that's one of the biggest weaknesses we see here in the game of the USA. Missing, lacking behind the attacks with their defense cost them, let's say all of them, all the goals. Timeout for the Boston Air Whales. They are more into it in the second half, but still the weakness is visible from the USA not having the defenders in place.
Yes.
But it's a question of style. You can always try to play more openly, more in the offense, but then you should be able to stop the counter-attack if you lose the ball in front of the opponent's basket.
Yes.
But in this case, the counter-attacks break through, and it's deadly if there are two players from the opponent team hitting on the goalkeeper.
Yes. We see here in blue the Barcelonan women supporting the men. There was somebody. So we're back in the game. Timeout is over. They're trying to get past the Barcelonan forwards and getting into a scrum at the middle of the pool.
A little bit more than 4 minutes left here in the second half in the 5-0 lead, and yes, Boston must open up now, but this is also their biggest the danger for them if they open up in the offense, because they are not fast enough to stop the counterattacks. So if they want to score, they have to throw players forward to be able to put enough pressure on the Spanish basket. But with Spain being able to interfere in their gameplay, it's really difficult for them.
Now we have another attack really nicely stopped by a Boston Owl player, number 2, that's also Thomas Galeano, but there weren't another player to pass the ball through, so we're now attacking again at the Boston Owl basket. They got hold of the ball, number 5, Joshua Stone, and there was holding without the ball from one of the Barcelona players, so we have a free throw for the Boston Owls against Barcelona. Now there are roughly 3 minutes left to play in this second half. We have a 5-0 lead for Barcelona. So far on the live stream we have 122 people watching. Are there any from Boston, United States watching? Please tell us so.
Hello America, are you awake? Are you asleep? What are you doing? Tell us where you're watching this game from. And Spanish people around the world, what is your hometown? Are you looking alone? Are you watching alone this game, or are you watching with other people? Let us know. We're always curious about the people in our live stream chat.
So we have another scrum at the corner of the close side of the Barcelonan basket, trying to get the ball in possession, but still there's no movement. Now one of the Boston Owl players came down with the ball, but there's nobody underneath him to pass to. Now number 6 has it passed to number 8, passed from above, number 19, but number 27 of Barcelona, Jorge Gomez, break through, and now we have here nicely support 2 players supporting each other. No defense. That's Camilo Conca.
Yes, and another goal.
And that's a goal for Camilo Conca.
So definitely Barcelona is the dominating team here, and the Nerwells really have problems getting close to the Spanish basket and to stop the counterattacks. So the 6-0 is no surprise with 1 minute left in the second half of this game.
Yeah, and we have here watching from the United States, Diana Madden, from Bogota watching Selena Gaitan, the sister of Camilo Gaitan, and then we have supportings from Creative from the MIA, I don't know where this is, MEA, and then we have from Barcelona, Andrea cheering for Paula and Leo.
And call from the referee, oh, penalty against Barcelona. This game will pick up a little bit of interesting
Miami.
speed.
We have watchers from Miami.
So it's a penalty against Barcelona and a chance for the Boston Airwolves from the US to score at least 1-6. So let's see who's going to be the defender and who's going to be the attacker in this penalty. We have 45 seconds for the attacker to score, but also 45 seconds for the defender to hold off and fend off the attacker carrying the ball. Just to let you know, the defender is not allowed to leave the basket more than a body length to attack the attacker himself. And 45 seconds. Both would be able to go up and take a breath. I saw once.
Did you
only
saw
once.
and it's going. The time's going. Please change the
Can we
cameras
see the
to
penalty, please? Can we see water? No.
No, it isn't. But the time's just. Maybe it's a timeout for Barcelona.
Sure. They took a timeout. Yep.
They took
Should
a time
be.
to
That's
breathe.
the normal procedure
But we
if you have a
couldn't
timeout
see. But
left.
we couldn't see why they do the penalty. So we don't have any information about that. They're trying to breathe, and now I think we can't see who's defending. Is that number Okay, now the timeout from Barcelona is
Whom do you think
over.
will do the defending for
I don't know.
Barcelona?
Attacking is, I think, number 2.
Two, yes,
That's
it's number
Tomas
2.
Galeano. And from Barcelona it could be... Was it? And that's number 81. That's Alexis.
Okay, you're coming
defending.
right ahead.
Oh,
That was the
close.
first push
That was really good. That was
on
really
the...
close.
that's a fin in between. Was the first push right on the ring.
Now he got up to breathe and coming down back again from
Coming
above.
directly from above, going under the goalkeeper,
And
swimming
that's,
over it,
oh,
and that's
that's
it.
a goal.
It's mostly as a experience if the attacker takes a breath and goes in with a lot of decision to score in this moment. The defender is always worn out already,
Yes.
waiting down there. So if you have enough power to go for the second attack, most of the second attack succeeds if you know what you're doing.
Yes.
So 1-6, and that's, well,
I think
will
the
not
end
change
of
the
the
game.
game.
Yeah, almost. Are we already through?
Can we have a picture of the pool, please?
So what game is coming up, Annika? Do you know? Here, I got my list.
Do you have a list?
Yeah, I have a new printout. Yeah, game is over here. It's a 1-6. Can you put in, have you put in the score?
Oh yes. 1.
So we have Italy, the team from Firenze female against
Mako.
Connecticut Makos from the US.
So we now see all the players coming out here. A little bit exhausted, you see. Passing the camera the Nervo, and also invite the Barcelona team coming out. And you see on the far left, that's Elia. She's getting ready for her game, warming up. And here on the water you see the teams just passing a little bit, getting into the pool. And I think this will be a really interesting match, right?
Yep.
Firenze against Makos.
Yep. Marco's really young team. Firenze, some very experienced players. It could be interesting to see the mix and how these teams react in the water to each other. So I check if I get a substitute for me here. Let me see, because I'm getting a little bit tired.
Okay. Maybe you can
Keep on
ask.
talking, Annika.
I just keep on talking. Can ask Corinna. So we see, yeah, the referee setting up the game, trying putting the ball in the middle. So that's where a game in underwater rugby starts, with the ball in the middle and the 6 players on each side starting really fast to get to the ball first. And next up in blue we have Firenze from Italy and Makos from the United States. And right now here comes the substitution for Wolf, and here we have Lisa. Hi Lisa.
Surprise comeback. I'm back just for this game.
Hello. I thought you were gone.
Yeah, I was supposed to, like 5 hours ago. But
5 hours ago. Yeah, that's always what happens. That's what my job in Karas was like. Being
we're
there
never
half a
leaving,
day.
always here.
We living the underwater rugby life. So if you have any questions, ask us in the live stream about the games. Can tell us where you're from and where you're watching, and whatever is going on. From bed in Vancouver, nice. That's a good one. So greetings to Vancouver from Berlin. We left our bed really early in the morning.
Okay, so here we have team list. Did you
Team
read
list,
already?
we haven't. Yeah, team list. Sorry, we can read the teams. So it's a women's game. We have here for Firenze the players. Number 2 is Anita Riggi. Number 3 is Irene Vincenzo. Number 5 is Elena Rosato. Number 6 is Virginia Pozzolo. Number 7 is Thea Karin Skylstad. Number 10 is Valentina Anici. Number 11 is Claudia Ricci. Number 12 is Christina Giamaili. 13 is Lucia Alessandrini. Number 16 is Christina Maria Papadopoulou. Number 21 is Stephanie Cocca. Number 29 is Mirto Apostolidi. And 41 is Eleonora Yachechi. There was a call for 1 minute before the game.
So for the Connecticut Makers playing in white from the USA. The game has started. I'll say the list afterwards.
Or in the middle. We have a
Makers got to the ball first, attacking the Firenze basket. Good fast attack. Coming from a closed side.
trying to play around the basket, really wanting to get in there, but we have a nice defense from Italy.
So circulating the ball. So lost the ball now. Back a few meters around the basket and we have the 4 checker.
Yes.
2 players from Firenze
Getting
grabbing
into
the ball,
scrum.
fighting against Elena Pleto, I think. So we have surface scrum. And the ball is coming back to the basket with a lot of speed. Open side and back to midfield. Another attack by Makers on the closed side.
So we have seen the first minute, really strong playing at the Firenze basket, but they're trying to set up a good defense, so Makers couldn't break through yet. And we right now have a scrum in the middle. Firenze trying to get past some Mako players, but we're still in the scrum. Now we see nicely one player down there, and we're at the Mako baskets trying to attack, but there's only one blue player down. And the second one positioning herself at the basket, a little bit far away.
And it was a goal. Was it a goal? No. The referees looked like he signaled the goal, but it was not one. So counter-attack by the Makers, they got the ball back. And attacking caught in midfield by Mirto Apostolidi here. And again, some surface play. Makers attacking back in the Firenze half. And at the basket was no defender on time. She's struggling to position herself very well. 1 against 1.
That's a close call, trying to pull away the goalie, but she managed to stay on the goal. There comes the substitution for her.
Now had Anita Rigi was fighting for the basket.
So I think right now it's an equal game. We see good attacks from Mako, you can see a good defense from Firenze, and sometimes Firenze is managing to break through to get to the middle to the pool. Trying to... So now we have an attack from the back, but we have a goalie who turned, and we have a scrum at the surface again.
So both teams are actually grabbing onto the ball quite a lot. When they are get into difficulty or when they try to go for the ball, they just grab onto the other player, and so sometimes now Firenze is intending to get away from the basket, Makos are grabbing into her and back at the surface. And I think this game, I know that Makos plays a lot on the surface. Firenze a bit less, I think.
Yeah, we see them nicely accompanying each other. No Mako player there, and but they set up the defense already. But this
is Valentina
No
Nikini
support,
now, the
yes.
captain, has the ball, passing to Thea.
She passed right over the defense, which is always a little bit dangerous. So that's why we have a scrum at the surface again. One of the Mako players got hold of the ball, and they're fighting for ball possession. Very close to the Mako basket.
Firenze has the ball, has here Claudia Ricci trying to score, passing to Stefania Koga, back to Claudia Ricci. No, Valentina Nikini has the ball now. It almost was a goal.
Close call.
That was 3 players, one after the other, intending to score.
So they had a
Very
really
good
nice
effort.
wave attack here established. Wave attacks means you have one wave of players coming in trying to attack on the second. And we have a referee call? Or not?
No, it's surface play, surface scrum.
Yeah.
Against the wall.
Nicely dominating in the...
The
now
ball fell.
dropped. There was no player there, but 2 Italian players getting down there really fast.
Valentina Nikini is going, attacking 1 against 3 Mako players. Passing back to Claudia Ricci. So 2 goalkeepers here attacking one after the other.
So they're really trying.
Neto Apostoli is here attacking the basket from the top. Passing the ball down to her teammate. And that was a goal by Cristina Papadopoulou for Firenze. Very, very nice play by the Italian team.
Yeah, so it played out very well that they were attacking in waves and getting in there and not lacking the confidence. So it was a really nice play from Firenze, but Makos also had their chances at the Firenze basket.
Yes, but this is, see that we're doing a lot of surface play, and when the ball fell there was no Makos player down. We had 2 Firenze players going directly for the ball, but the Makos did not go down. They went back into defense afterwards, but you should go down and go for the ball when it's down. That's a great opportunity actually to get the ball and disturb
There
the
was
opponent.
a fast attack from Makos, but Firenze made it there in time on their basket to defend. And they're trying to get to the middle line, but recovering from Makos, who are now trying to establish an attack. But really, you saw that she was really dragging the ball wide out.
Defense left. There was a change. And I think there was now.
That could be a goal. There's the goal is left and stolen from one of the Mako players. Let's see what happens. But
Firenze got the ball.
Firenze is in ball possession.
Now we have Tia Skilstad going towards the basket. Passing to Irene Vicenzo.
Trying to score.
No, Virginia, sorry.
They're really trying to get in there, but we're just scrum in the middle of the pool again at the surface. And there's no one down. Now there comes player. She passes to, you know who she was?
This is Stefania Koka passing now back. Thea Skilstad has the ball. Valentina Nikini is waiting on the other side. I think that's Valentina.
They're really nicely setting up another attack in waves at the Mako basket, but there's always missing one player. They're not nicely playing around the basket, but that's what happens. So now she turned right into one of the Mako players. And we're now again, I think, in a scrum at the surface, going through the middle of the field. Italy is back in ball position on the close side in the corner, trying to establish an attack.
The Italians are not losing the ball. They're not really going in at this point, but the makers are, yes, grabbing onto the ball, trying to get them away from their basket. But the Italians are really attacking in waves. The ball fell,
Yes.
holding without ball.
Free
Free
throw.
throw for Firenze. So the game, we have a question, who won? Hesu against
Hesu,
Ege
I
won,
think-
Hesu won.
1-0 for Hasuya.
So Thea Skirstad leading the free throw.
So we have another scrum going up to the surface. So you really were right, the Makos are really going up to the surface to play there.
One of the Italians is just underneath it, ready to catch the ball. It really disturbs the rhythm of the team. If the other team is always grabbing onto you, it disturbs your style of play. Especially if you're used to passing and not a lot of scrums, because your players and your defenders, like the role of your players, your style is completely blocked. It mobilizes a lot of your players, and it's very disconcerting, can destroy your tactics. And you need always to have someone on your basket. Here you see the Italians had a player down, got the ball, it was caught by the Makers. But the Makers were dominating. At the beginning of the game, you could have said they're more
Yes.
offensive,
They're more
but
dominant,
now
and
they're
that's it.
doing the defensive defense
So
by
when-
surface scrums.
Yes. So we're now in halftime here at the 37th game of the Champions Cup in underwater rugby in Berlin, transmitting from Temple Hof live and direct.
So before we don't have time to read the player list for the Makers, so playing in white from Connecticut in the USA, we have number 1, Laura Bedoya, number 2, Maria Abril, 4, Isabela Bedoya, 6, Samantha Hernandez, 8, Daniela Bedoya, 13, Natasha Samaniego, 20, Elena Prieto, 24, Alejandra Carmona, 28, Mabel Rivadeneira, 32, Marilyn Cardenas, 37, Giovanna Reynoso, and 16, Ashley Granda. So you have 3 Bedoya.
You have three Bedoyas.
It's a family affair.
We have goal Pierce from Nicole Pelusio, who's also used to plays for Italy normally. And we see right now Mako's relaxing, trying to catch some air.
We have both teams now talking with their coaches and the captains. Jamaicans are more catching their air, and Firenze is now getting a briefing by their coach, Andrea Meneghin, on the other side. And they always have also another of the men's players in the water reporting on then what's happening to the coach. It's an interesting game. Let's see how it evolves if one of the teams manages to reach, take the high hand. Now Firenze is winning 1-0, so I guess Makos will try to play a bit faster, a bit more aggressive.
Maybe Mako comes in with a new strategy, just catch some air, and there's yes.
So I think that Makos
And
only
there-
has 3 players on the bench,
Yes.
3 subs.
Yes. And so the referee is coming towards them. I
Four
think it's
actually. They just have 10
Yes.
players. And Firenze are 12 now. I don't know, for me it's a mental thing. If at the halftime a team is also doing a huddle and
Yes.
starting again, it's more positive, or you have more energy coming in, and than if you just sit around and everybody's in their head. But it's
True.
a different team technique and psychology, of course.
Depends, yeah.
So, second half time is about to start. Makos at the ball clearly first. Tackled by the Italians.
Trying to get through the basket. We're in the middle still. Now in the corner, closed open side now from Makos, trying to get through, but there's 3 Italian players stopping the attack, slowing it down. And now we have an attack from the close side, so we can't quite see it, but there are a lot of players down there.
The ball is coming up. One of the Firenze players, 3 Firenze players, one is counter-attacking now. Passing to her teammate, number 2, Anita Rigi. Tackled and taken up to the surface by the Makers.
And that's a referee call.
Call of the referee for holding on to apparently the swimsuits by the Makers. Free throw for Firenze.
Nicely trying to establish a wave of attacks here with 3 people going in around the basket, but Mako tracked them up in a scrum again at the surface. You see nicely lying underneath players in case the ball drops, they can pass them down. Mako still staying in the defense quite good, but now they broke through.
The ball dropped. Holding without ball, free throw for Makers. It felt, I don't know you, but it looked a bit like she dropped the ball on purpose.
Yes.
She was tackled by 2 players and she just dropped it because the others
be.
didn't have time
Yes.
to realize that she had dropped the ball. It can be a technique. There is some, you can say that you're falling on purpose. I don't think that was the case though. Hope not. Another scrum at the surface. Makers getting the ball.
Trying to get in
Helena
there.
Prieto, number 20, attacking. She's a very strong player. Of one of the Bedoyas, taking the ball, circulating it back.
Another scrum at the surface, moving towards the Mako side of the pool, but one of the Makos got grip of the ball. So I think they're really getting into the second half a little bit stronger and more confident to play at the Firenze basket, trying to establish an attack, playing out of the corner of the close side.
But see, before she was at the surface, she had the ball, she was free, and she did not dive. She kept on swimming at the surface, so then she got tackled at the surface again.
Yes.
And she could have gone down and played more freely. It's another game.
Yes.
I think. And now, okay, the ball fell down. One of the Firenze attackers got it. Thea Skilstad has it now. Passing in the back to one of her teammates. Counter-attack, not the fastest, but getting to the ball on the closed side now. Okay, Valentina Nikini grabbing the goalie who got a hold of the ball. Mako's counter-attacking from the open side, moving around the basket.
trying to establish another attack.
So the defender got the ball, passes down to the other defender actually, who swims out, tried to pass to one of her teammates underwater, got intercepted by one of the makers.
Yes.
Was not the pass was not strong enough, a bit too far.
So they're really more at the Firenze basket right now. Firenze isn't moving so far away and isn't so strong in attacking anymore. They're more right now defending, trying to get grip off the ball and getting into attack. See here another scrum going up to the surface, but they're right now missing one player down there.
We have to say the passes of the makers, they're stronger and more
Closer together.
the better aimed. The aim is better than the ones of the Firenze players. Then in Firenze you have two players who started playing in September, I know. So
that's
we have some
amazing.
very new players playing for Firenze.
So there
as well.
is quite an experience for them.
It's the
They
first
even-
tournament.
Yeah, it's a Champions Cup. The club winners of each country play here. So we have the club winner of Italy, that's Firenze, and the makers from Connecticut, USA. And they're right now at a really tense scrum in the middle of the pool, slightly towards the Firenze basket still, and passing to the makers still in ball possession, trying to get through. There wasn't somebody of Firenze down there, which we saw in the first half, really nice. There are almost roughly 3.5 minutes left to play. And we're at another scrum at the surface. And see, there's always missing, like we had before, people laying down there from Firenze. Right now I see nobody under the scrum, and we have another attack wave from Makos towards the Firenze basket. If they continue to not get into ball position and getting, and now they have ball position as Firenze trying to get past the middle line towards the basket of the Makos.
Counter-attack. But it's also hard to get weight under surface scrum if your attacker is already involved in the scrum and you still, and it's over your own basket. You need to have your defender and your
Yes,
goalie there. So
truly.
this is very hard. But like the makers have, they're technically, I think they're faster and they have better passes. But I think Firenze is physically stronger.
Yes.
And they can hold them away from their baskets. I think that's where
that's
the main
why this-
advantages of the teams lie.
Yeah.
Because if you see the counterattacks of Firenze, they're not very fast.
No.
And the makers are way faster
Yeah.
at counterattacking. See now the player, she's attacking with quite some speed, and she went up, passed down again.
Trying to get into the Firenze basket. They're really managing nicely to play around the basket, tiring a little bit of Firenze down. Maybe that's why they're not so fast in counter-attacking, but now the goalie has the ball, trying to go, but we're still in ball position for white. Now we have a referee call, and that's for
Some, it looks like it will be a 2-minute call. The referee is pointing at one of the players. So it looks like it will be a free throw for Makos. There's 1 minute and a half left.
hadn't had to find any timeout from Firenze. Now we have a timeout from Makos, trying to catch some breath.
So Makos has now a minute and 20 seconds
to
score.
Yes.
And to actually score 2 goals if they want to not to go to penalties, because here we don't have for the first time. I know it's not group phase anymore. Anyway, you need
in any phase.
Anyway, you need to have a clear winner.
Yes.
So there will be penalty shootout. There is one player in the water on the Firenze side, so I don't know if it's a penalty shootout, if there is a penalty now, or as one player gets benched from Firenze, got a 2-minute penalty. So I think they sent number 29 out, I think. Mito possibly.
It looks like... No, it's a free throw, it's no penalty here.
No, it's a free throw, but one player got a 2-minute suspension.
Hula. And we have a stolen basket from
Makos.
the Firenze side.
Firenze has not realized that they have no one down.
It wasn't started, I think. They just...
Yeah, but you can also go down and steal the basket before it starts, and that's when you have a free throw against you, you really should watch out that they don't steal your basket, especially in a situation like that when it's power play.
So 1 minute and 15 seconds left, so the time stopped here. Normally we have continuing time in these matches. The referees are
Talking about something.
Yes.
So,
So right now the teams can catch. The time for the 2 minutes didn't run. I think maybe. We didn't.
But
see.
anyway, the player for the 2 minutes is there's less than 2 minutes left now on the clock.
Yes.
So anyway, the player stays until the end of the game. She stays out.
True.
Which is interesting that they put a defender out actually,
Yes.
especially when you're in a situation like that where you really have to make sure that they don't score against you. I would
So, we now
personally
have
have taken an
yes.
attacker out and have my defense as solid as possible.
So a fast attack from Makos. They have 1 minute left to score. One goal to maybe go into penalty shootouts.
They're swarming the basket.
Oh, that's a close one. And one of the defender got called off the ball, passing it to one of the team players. Now we have a scrum at the surface, moving towards the middle.
Yes.
And
So the
they're
makers now
taking
came
it back.
very fast back to Firenze basket. Firenze grabbing onto the ball again, trying to counter-attack. So we have Thea Skillstad now swimming away from the basket, dragging two players with her. Makers got the ball again. 26 seconds left. Passing forward. The defenders are here in position. There is no defending forechecker, and this is really where Firenze should have three players underwater. Okay, they have the goal. 6 seconds left.
3, 2, and that would have been a good attack, but now time is over, so
First game for Firenze.
to win.
First win, yes. So 1-0 for the Italian team against the Connecticut Makers. Very well played. They were under attack a lot and scored. They really found the one moment in the Makers defense, or the one weakness, and they went for it and they scored. And they really, even now with the power play at the end, they didn't give up and they really defend very well. The Makers played also very well. A bit too much surface play for my taste, but that's a personal thing. That's not how we play in my team in Graz. We try to avoid that, but it's you use what you know.
Yes.
Yes, that's your technique.
So right
that's your
now,
strength.
yeah. So right now saw the critiques of the player, which happens after every game, and Lorena wollte mit mir moderieren.
Okay, so now we have the players from who's warming up. Helvetia is warming up for the next game against Barcelona. So women's game. So I think that Lorena will come in now. This time I'm away from for good. See you tonight, Annika,
And thank you, Lisa.
dear public of the Champions Cup, thank you for listening to us and thank you for watching, to the 119 people connected right now and everyone who's watching throughout the day, and until next year.
Okay, so I'm just starting reading the team lists. So here we have the Helvetia team list. For number 5 is playing Cecily Merkle, number 6 is Andrea Vanessa Hurtado Quiseno, number 7 is Helena Hay, number 9 is Irene Kaiser, number 10 is Judith Buchli, number 12 is Oda Wiegand, number 14 is Simone Büßler, number 17 is Anna Suetinova, number 21 is Miriam Ragosnik, number 22 is Ellen Reif, number 33 is Tamara Calvelti, number 42 is Katrin Heierli, number 46 is Miriam Fuchs, number 81 is Isabel Morgenstern, known as Isa. And for the Barcelona woman we have number 3 is Elia Santamaria, number 6 is Aida Pairo, number 7 is Paula Moreno, number 11 is Carol Villalba, number 12 is Elisenda Andres, number 14 is Carla Galano, number 17 is Karina Techert, number 20 is Iris Balcazar, number 21 is Mar Pozo, number 23 is Silvia Miranda, number 55 is Alicia Garcia, number 77 is Ines de Gregorio, and number 83 is Giovanna Bautista. So I think it will also be a hungry game for Barcelona. I think they really want to win this game. They lost against Vienna girls earlier, and we have to change the names in the up at the screen. There says goals against Budovice. That's slightly wrong, and I think it will be a quite tough game and a tight game. Both teams already had games today, so I think they are tired and are trying to win. So the underwater referees is getting ready there. The second one comes in, but the ball got loose, so they have to adjust the ball again so they can start from the middle. And the girls are all ready. In white we have Helvetia, and in blue we have Barcelona. Do we have anybody watching from Switzerland or Freiburg here in the live chat? Say a big hello to them, and also to the ones watching for Barcelona. We have Aris is here again, and then we have Colombo who is watching all day because he unfortunately can't be here with us today. He normally plays also for Barcelona, but he lives in Mayotte, which is by Madagascar, and they apparently don't have a team. So he always watching it to relive the feelings of Champions Cup here. That's the call for 1 minute. 1 minute till the game. So we see Helvetia dive again, just to get depth and the vision of the pool. They're trying here to coming up, and one of the referees is back at the side of the pool, maybe trying to think. Can we please switch the names? This is the four names in the screen. Please switch it to Barcelona and Helvetia. So we here in white playing Helvetia from Switzerland, and in blue Barcelona from Spain. And we have a nice start, moving slightly towards the Barcelonan side. Helvetia is in ball possession, trying to establish an attack from the corner of the closed side, moving here from above, attacking, playing back at the closed corner, and trying here to attack. We have a nice set there. Number 14, Simi, is coming in, trying to position herself. We still have a slightly 1 minute played, but one of the Barcelona girls tried to get hold of the ball, but she was alone. So right now Elisenda Andres has the ball, number 12 for Barcelona, against Isa Morgenstern trying here to get towards the Helvetian baskets. So we see number 23, Sylvia, struggling, passing to one of her teammates, Alicia, number 55, passing to number 14, reaching for the first time in this game the Helvetian basket. Yeah, Colombo, the names of the teams are still wrong. I already said it twice. Please change it again to the regie. That's Barcelona, and that's a goal for Barcelona. I don't know. Helvetia. And
So,
we couldn't see who did the goal, but it's a goal for Barcelona. 8 minutes played, 8 to go, 2 minutes played. Really nice.